Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. It is I, Badger, back for some more League of Legends Season 9 action. I am joined tonight by a new co-caster. It is one of, if not the best mid laners in lads. It is the esteemed Fury Dota. How are you in this fine evening?
I am doing amazing, Badger. Thank you for that wonderful intro. I appreciate your kind words, and I am super excited to be here.
It's going to be a really fun matchup tonight. You know, it's Booba Enthusiast taking on Bing Shilling, and you might recognize the names, but you recognize the players for sure. I mean, it is the Season 8 champion team on the Dire, taking on the Season 7 champion team in the Radiant. A lot of lads veterans, and in that sense, it'll be fun.
And we out the gates already, dude. We have OD and IO. This OD hero, man. It feels really strong. A lot of heroes are valuing it, especially first phase. Pretty hard to counter, and if you do counter it, feels like you have to throw a lot of picks at it.
It's not fun in the slightest. And they say, you know what? We'll follow up the OD with a nice, reliable 5 support Jakiro for Balljacks. I know one of the Slayer heroes in the game right now.
Yeah. That is a powerful, powerful opener. Let's see what these guys want to pair up with the IO. Quap is still in the pool. A lot of teams have been valuing the first phase Quap. The hero just feels really strong mid, able to put a lot of pressure, a lot of early game damage, rotate really well.
I know there's pairings they would probably like to pick as well in both the safe and the offlane. I'm sure if they want to, you can grab a classic IO offlaner or a classic IO safe laner, or they can just hold it for later and grab, as you mentioned, the Queen of Pain. So they have a lot of options right now.
True, they could also grab the Mars. I've been seeing that a lot. But the Invoker, interesting.
Alright, they had 3 very logical options that we predicted, and they went for a 4th one. They went for the Invoker instead.
Yeah, they just go for the Invoker. I have not seen the Aaron Invoker. I've not seen too much of Aaron, actually, so I'm quite excited to see.
It's powerful. I mean, this is this is the Portland Burnsiders veteran Aaron. This guy used to take his Invoker into the amateur NA scene. He's very experienced with the hero, and
I see. Yeah, no, Aaron, in a sense, sort of a value player, right? He's like ranked 2K, but he was like semi-pro, 7.6 at one point. Very powerful player.
This is one of those things too. I mean, this is probably the most coordinated team in the entire league in this Radiant side. I mean, they play a lot of 5-stack together. They've played together, 4 out of 5 of the players for the last 4 seasons now. They played together this is the exact thing they used for their DPC qualifier team. This is a lot of experience in this Radiant side here.
True. And on the side of Bing Chilling, I would say the same, but it looks like they have 2 stand-ins this time around. Squid standing in for Fume, and Jaw standing in for Journey. How do you think that's gonna affect their team cohesion?
See, actually, I'm not entirely sure if for a while I was under the impression it would be Colonel Squid carry and Jaw offlane, but they might even just swap that further.
True.
I'm not entirely sure.
That's what I was thinking too, but it seems like it could go either way. I haven't really seen the Squid offlane. I've seen Jaw play a couple times.
I know if Squid's playing safe lane, he has like his sort of like weird safe lane hero pool where he's like 3 hero safe lane and 2 of them are mid laners.
Yeah, I've seen the TA and the Leshrac Squid safe lane. But Jaw also likes to do the same thing with these mid heroes. So we'll probably see some of that. Even like this OD could possibly go safe. So we'll see.
I'm sure Queen of Pain, Kunkka, both possible sort of hero strats, kind of stylus play as well, and I like the bans there from Booba Enthusiast. It's banning out both the Quap and the Kunkka for that.
Yeah, very much makes sense. It's sort of like a 2-in-1 with the bans because, they like playing these heroes mid and safe lane. Dire going ahead and banning out the Mars and the Gyro, 2 good IO pairings, which makes sense. And I'm really interested to see how Booba enthusiasts are going to deal with the OD opener. I mean, this hero is such a pain in the ass. So I want to see.
That's part of the challenge. I mean, a lot of like the really traditional OD counters are really bad heroes right now, or they're Nyx assassins. So they can't grab Nyx, say, 16 if they really want to.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like Nyx is almost a bait pick. You end up picking it, try too hard to counter the OD, and then your own drag class lacks cohesion.
least on the bright side, they have pretty decent pairings with it for the Invoker. I mean, the Invoker can honestly Sunstrike on the Impale, and then you give a
True,
decent
true.
bit of CC there as well. And it's not banned, so they're not scared of the Nyx pick if they want to go, say, IO5, Nyx 4. I want to say both Keita and Malefic can play the IO, so they can go either direction there.
Oh, I see. So that's how they're gonna address that. They're gonna pick up a Nyx of their own.
I mean, it works. I mean, it's decent enough synergy with these dire side heroes, and it counters the Invoker, as well as saying, you know what? You can't have Nyx Assassin if we have Nyx Assassin.
Yeah. And you get to cancel relocate, set up kills with the OD. Seems pretty strong.
This is part of the. I'm sure it's one of those things where Boljack's kind of knew this kind of thing would happen. As far as I know, he is one of those single most prepared drafters in the league. He puts a lot of time in the draft prep. I'm sure he knew that Booba enthusiasts might go for this kind of opener, and it's like, you know what? Let's hit him with that 15 next pick. Be ready to go.
I see. Yeah. 1 season 8.
This is sort of like spreadsheet captain, you know. This sort of guy's like tabs of spreadsheets, scouting at the matchups. I'm sure he has like spreadsheets from the last seasons too. He has like 5 years worth, not 5 years, but yeah, I'm sure he has like 2 years worth of spreadsheets on this team in particular. He's ready to go for this matchup now.
Yeah, I see it. Got the clockwork. How do you feel about this?
I mean, I'm assuming they're going to play it 4 to lane up well into the Jakiro. I think it's decent, but I think it's just decent.
Yeah. Lycan. This draft is shaping out to be very interesting. 2 heroes we haven't seen too much of like recently. After the Ags Lycan nerf, I feel like I haven't seen this hero too much.
We haven't seen a bit of it picked up in China recently, but apparently the Chinese meta's arrived now.
True. And the Clockwork 4, I feel like seeing that in a lot of Western Europe matchups. Tundra picking it up and owning with it. And they're going to respond with the PL.
10 seconds remaining. I'm actually really liking the concept that Booba enthusiasts are building right now. I think if they can get one more good core to pair, I think they're probably going to Lycan offlane. If they can get one more good core to pair with this Lycan Invoker sort of strat, they can really easily. Okay, I'm not going to say easily, but they have a window where they can then push on the buildings before the PL is itemized. Because I'm looking at the PL's game, he probably needs like 2.5, 3 items to do stuff this game.
True, and I'm starting to feel like this is turning into a timing game where the PL, I feel like late game has like there's no real answers on the side of Booba enthusiasts. Invoker, Clockwork, IO, Lycan, not the best heroes at dealing with PL. Not great AoE control, apart from the Invoker.
And we're seeing neither team contest the Terrorblade yet, which shocks me, given these teams.
That is very true. KU Terrorblade, very notorious in the league.
It's very big Terrorblade players, put it that way.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining. And I know they've been willing to 8-pick it as well in a lot of different drafts, and it's still uncontested. What is it now? 22 ban? Like, it's still not even touched yet.
What are we feeling like Dire needs here? They're gonna go ahead and ban out the puck on Radiant.
I mean, we're assuming they're just gonna grab their offlaner 24 to counter the safe laner once they know what that is. I think they're just going to see what the 23 pick is and then directly counter it and make sure that. I mean, no matter what, they don't have an offlane player playing offlane, so they might as well give them a good matchup.
True.
Either that or the OD.
Yeah, true. So now this OD can be flexed 2 positions. I think against Invoker, it's like a decent matchup. It's definitely not the best OD matchup. OD really likes going against Spirits mid. Invoker can kind of hold his own, but honestly, nobody really beats OD mid. Hero has great base stats, great abilities, great kit.
They're very, very fair and balanced Dota 2 champion right there. And that's going to be the Darkseer pick. So they're going to go Lycan safe lane, Darkseer off lane. So you know what? Just in case this game does not go early game, we need to address the PL pick. Get that Darkseer wall in there and perhaps have a better chance of surviving if the game goes late.
This is a really cool draft. I like this. They're gonna pick up the Darkseer combo with the Clockwork. They're gonna have a lot of aggression. Now this Clockwork picks makes more sense. I feel like.
I'm a little concerned this Radiant draft doesn't work that well together, but at a certain point, what can you do? I mean, they don't have
Mhm.
great state control for Cataclysm, unless they go like some like vacuum into Clockwork Cogs into Cata type build. But I guess the Invoker could either just not go the Ags or not prioritize the Ags in his build this game.
Yeah, I don't feel like he will. Like you said, not really too many great combos. Yeah, I feel like the ease of execution on Radiant a lot harder than Dire.
All those things, right? Other than a handful of if a handful of teams pick this draft, like this is one of the few teams where I would expect them to work with this draft. Like this team, I would expect them to do well with this draft. The Sasquatch Dark team, I think, could do well with this draft. But there are very few teams in this league that execute this exact kind of draft, and even then, it still just might not work.
The Void Spirit, very interesting.
All right, so I guess it'll be Job playing offlane, Squid playing carry, and then the Camel Farmer Void Spirit mid. This is going to be a very interesting laning base, if nothing else.
Yeah, I cannot wait for this. Um, yeah, OD, they're gonna decide like we can get a good matchup mid. Void versus Invoker. I'd say it's a little bit Invoker favored, but then you get Jaw off lane against Lycan. That should be a fairly easy lane for him, and we'll see what happens. There's gonna be a lot of movement. I feel like mids will have a lot of impact. Invoker and Void both heavy rotating mids. I'm excited to see what happens.
You have to give the edge to either of the drafts at this point. Who do you give it to?
I would say definitely Dire. I feel like their draft is just way easier to execute. Radiant, I do give them props for creativity, though. This is something I was not expecting to see.
I want to be contrarian, but I'm going to agree with you. I think Radiant have quite the good win condition, but I think if you ran this game 100 times, Dire would probably win like 60, 65 times.
Mm-hmm.
But we are now waiting for the strategy time to end. Apparently, it's taking longer than usual. I think someone might have taken a long time to select their hero, so
I
might
see.
be the explanation there.
I think we could see some level 1 action, too. Jakiro slow, Nick stun, PL, ODs. These heroes seem like they could smoke up, invade.
And there's one thing I'll be looking at is in terms of how does the Dire team gel player-wise. We've mentioned about the two stand-ins, and that's one of the real power points of this team is having the Acid Rain plus Journey synergy and having the Fume plus Balljack synergy. Perhaps now with this stand-in situation, it might be somewhat hurt, but we'll have to find out. I mean, if you are just joining us, welcome to game number 1 of a 2-game series between Bing Chilling on the Radiance team taking on Bing Chilling on the Dire team taking on Booba Enthusiast on the Radiance team. My name is Badger. I'm joined by the one and only Fury, and hopefully we are in for a good game of Dota 2.
Oh, we got something bugged. The classic. Tower ranges have been wonky. Stack camps and sentries too. And I guess Radiant's just gone. They don't want to play.
Are we remake? Okay, apparently
What can
we
you do?
are remake.
Alright, hot start.
Apparently we are fully remaking the game. Gonna go create a lobby and then hopefully everyone joins the lobby again.
Nice, good start to my casting career.
This is kind of how it goes. Sometimes you get these Wait, is it still in the game? Did everyone leave?
I guess there was one person on each team when I left, so technically.
Wait, did they not leave?
necessarily.
Did they not leave the lobby? Oh no. Did it? They're not remaking, I don't think.
Oh shit! Did you back out?
Yes. Yeah, apparently I just left. So. Oh shit.
Okay.
But they're just not remaking. They did 9 disconnections and not remake for some fucking reason. So, great. Great.
Should they remake, or are we just
I thought
not
they were just
casting?
remaking. I mean, just fucking hell. Go disconnect and watch Dota TV, I guess.
Okay, that works with me.
Very, very frustrating that we saw 8 disconnections and no remake because these people
Yeah,
have no
jump the gun on the
just
disconnect.
disconnecting on. I mean, they're just disconnecting on 8 players, man. They're just disconnecting on 8 players.
Yeah, right before I disconnected, I was like, wait a second.
When do you see
Okay.
disconnections on 8 players? I'm watching it now, right? I'm watching it now. I'm seeing everybody disconnect. Apparently, it is. Damn it!
It's alright. It's alright. These things happen.
They really
Uh,
just decided to have everyone disconnect, just to reconnect like this.
some Dota TV casting. Let's go.
It's terrible. Yeah, everyone's gone here. Everyone's gone except for Malefic and Rhino Farmer, Camel Farmer.
Yeah, they can go 1v1 mid for the game. I
Yeah,
think
they're
that'll
all
be
gone.
fun.
They've all disconnected.
Oh my god.
Are we?
They just don't want to play. Bulljax's dog might be throwing up again. Who knows? This is me every time I try to quit Dota. Just leave and end up coming back again. And A is being DDoSed.
Apparently, they just stuck with it. Cool.
I respect
Whatever. Wait. Okay, this thing is still bugged. Maybe there's not a I don't even know anymore. This game's a fucking mess. This game is a mess. The servers are a mess.
it. Dota
I'm
dead
mad.
game?
I'm actually genuinely mad right now. But what can you
Oh,
do?
come on, Mal. It's alright. It's alright. This is a hype match we got to look forward to, though.
Got they're going. Apparently they're going now. So apparently they're just in the game again. So hopefully stuff just works. I mean, Dota TV is absolute garbage, but whatever. It's not a. It's whatever.
I see. Badger.
Oh well, I'm gone. I've
Yeah.
left the building. I'm in Dota TV.
We are just relegated to the Dota TV land.
It's whatever. I mean, it's annoying. It's frustrating, but it's
Yeah, man, it's kind of like Dota in a metaphorical sense, you know? A lot of things happen. Sometimes it fucks you over, but just gotta keep playing.
I'm being flamed I'm being flamed on the minimap right now. I am being flamed in the minimap.
And you can't even defend yourself.
I can't even defend myself. I'm not even in the lobby.
Too bad.
Badger Abba Dota 2, man. I can't even fight back anymore. I have no way to. Ay.
So Ja going 0 regen, just going crown and stats. That is interesting. I don't know if that is the patented OD build. I'm not too familiar.
You see a lot more mid than offlane, but
Right.
apparently he's saying, you know what? I have a 4 support. I'm sure he has got regen rights. He's a courier, all as well, right? I'm sure everything will be good to go.
Yeah. I mean, Acid Rain has the one set of tangos and boots. And
Actually, that
I'm
might be an
excited to
issue.
see...
These are two really greedy players, Ja and Acid Rain.
Yeah. And like you said, both lanes are off with the synergy, so let's hope they can pull it together. Mid lane, I'm super excited to see this matchup. Camel Farmer, he's new to the league, right? I don't think we've seen him play in this before.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's some kind of associate of Bulljax. He's like 5.2k or something. He's not necessarily one of those like really high MR core players.
But possibly
so
a value play.
He's playing well in the lane so far. He got the ring trip deny and the last hit.
Oh yeah, he did.
So I'm sure it's literally all that matters in mid lane is getting the first 3 range creeps, last hit denies.
It is very, very important, I will say.
So far, actually, Kato might be dead bottom lane. He's extremely low. OD looks for it, but cannot find it. They need one more to get first blood on the IO, but so far, despite having literally no regen, apparently regen is not needed in the bottom lane. Impale hits, and it's first blood drawn by Acid Rain. That is a big shocker right there.
Yeah, so far the greed strategy is working out. They are not getting harassed out at all, and maybe they suspected this with the Lycan IO lane, that they're not really gonna get bullied.
It's been true so far. I mean, they've been doing a very good job on the OD Nyx bottom lane. And then, other than that, it's been a relatively calm laning phase. I mean, bottom's been a little while, but top lane, they're once again with the cogs, actually. But Squid, being a PL, will be fine. They turn to Boldax instead, but he's under that tier 1 tower. Anything we should be looking at in terms of laning phase, or are we mostly just more quiet laning phase here?
I feel like both these off lanes are really strong. I want to see like what happens to Lycan. I wonder if he'll get bullied out of lane, like really early and have to jungle, or if he'll be able to sustain with the IO. So far, it's not looking great for them, but I truly have no idea what's going to happen.
Speaking of off lanes, they are diving top lane into Balljax and Squid. Balljax is low, so is Squid, but so is Kobe on the Darkseer. Everybody runs away, salves are popped, and everyone will survive for now.
Yeah. And Squid and Bulljax, you know, they have the chemistry from last season, so maybe it's not all bad.
Squid's a middle laner. He has no chemistry.
True. Middle laners are just selfish bricks. We all know that.
It's always fun to bash the middle laners.
Yeah, everyone hates them, right? Speaking of mid lane, Camel Farmer holding his own against Aaron. Aaron has like, what, 1,000 MMR on Camel Farmer, but he's doing very well.
You would expect player skill-wise for it to go well for Aaron, but this is
right.
We'll make sure that Camel Farmer has the counter pick, and he had that choice of Voice Spirit into the Invoker to keep the lane better for him.
Yeah, and that's part of the drafting of Dire had a lot of possibilities. And Aaron looking to go max Exord, looks like, which is usually not what we see. I feel like this may be a little greedy considering the timing that Radiant's draft is on. Feels like with Wex, he'd be able to play to that timing more so. So we'll see how that pans out.
Maybe we must put a lot of it in his hands in terms of the damage. Saying, you know what, if our side lanes are not going too particularly well, maybe I need a bit more damage. And if he wants to see us, of course, having the Exord is pretty cool.
True, and the cog setup for the Sunstrike could be nice. Also, a newbie caster question here. How do you like pan between the lanes? Because I can't like click on the minimap.
Okay, so what you could do is, say if you could just hit, like, say, 1 through 0. Like, say if you hit 3, for example, right? 3 little Lycan in this case. And that's a pretty easy way to get from point A to point B.
That's pretty cool. I did not know you could do that. Cool.
Very nice. We are seeing top lane. Cogs are there on Bulljax. Battersalt is popped. Bulljax actually dodges the vacuum. They turn with dual breath, so it will be Squid dropping very low, popping the doppel, running away. The Ion Shell's perhaps a bit too much, but there's nobody dead in the top lane.
Yeah, and I'd say if they can like get out of this top lane without dying on Dire, I'd say that's a win for them, considering this is a clockwork Darkseer offlane, like a very, very strong offlane.
One of those classical, it's extraordinarily strong offlaners. You get the high move speed, high harass, melee 4 plus Darkseer, and I mean, hey, they've done pretty well. I mean, PL's even with Darkseer and CS, which has to be fantastic. Seeing a bit of a brawl bottom lane, but both Keita and Acid Rain will not die quite yet.
Hey, 1 sec, I'm gonna disconnect.
Actually, we're seeing Malefic top lane, who barely walks away from that one. Barely does not die.
Sorry, loading back in. I was having some buggy stuff going on.
It happens a lot when you're in Dota TV. Sometimes your Dota just stops. That's why it's infinitely better to cast from the actual lobby, not Dota TV.
Yeah, I can see why you're upset about it now.
Yeah, Dota just breaks sometimes.
Yeah.
Like say for fun, right? A patch came out right now. It would literally boot us in Dota TV, and the game be over for us. No matter how deep into the game it is. And
oh, really?
it's a Saturday. I'm sure there's nobody in the office, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
A lot of weird interactions happen sometimes.
Camel Farmer going for the double null build, picks up Illusion Rune. Full resources, I'd really love to see him like try to rotate. I find it hard for him to see him like killing bottom though. Actually, no. I think they could definitely make
So
it
that
work.
top
with the
lane
OD.
is Clockwork going down. Dove a bit too hard under that T1 tower and got punished by the PL and Jakiro slows.
Yeah, these guys are owning on Dire.
Well, bot lane, Ja has Meteor Hammer, Imprisonment into Hammer on KU, but KU has a bit too much HP to die this time.
I see. I feel like most other safe
What is
lane duels
dive time
really
on
not-
Aaron? Step in, by Camel Farmer. Impale is hit, but there's no detection. Now it's a battery assault coming out from Malefic. Erminic comes in, taunting up the Clockwork.
Oh.
But it's a Nyx Assassin going down. That's disastrous dive there by the side of Bing Chiling.
Aaron using the last shred of his mana to get that Sunstrike off. Really cool stuff.
Definitely an odd play going for that sort of dive without the detection. Maybe they just didn't expect him to use Ghost Walk, but...
Oh,
Get the
Squid's
ability.
hood. Squid's hood got killed on the courier by Kobe.
That is a big courier kill. You're right.
Yeah, now he's gonna try to survive up here without the hood. That is big.
Part of the concern now is it's never a fun time landing at those higher levels of Ion Shell, and pretty much all of his net worth was in that hood, and now he just has no hood.
Right.
See a lot of action bottom lane, but none of it really on the mark. A lot
Yeah,
of
that's
missed
been-
abilities.
Chasing to the tier 2. I mean, they're feeling a lot of pressure.
You're making KU's life not particularly happy, but he has not died quite yet, and he now has that full Helm of the Dominator, so this game will get a lot better quite soon.
Okay, I figured out the bug. It's like when I click on the talent tree, it just stays on the screen and I can't get it off. I don't know if that's a bug or I'm just stupid.
I don't know. I mean, I'm clicking the trees and they're not doing anything, so maybe it's on your end.
I see, I see. I'll just have to stay away from them.
Well, bottom lane, it is the imprisonment, though. It's KU arriving with the Helmet of the Dominator, so Ja has to back. Shapeshift is popped. They're running at the OD, but in comes the Alpha. DD on Void Spirit is up. Malefic will go down, but will Ja die? Not quite yet. Sunstrike used, but missed. And now they're still diving with the summons. Ja goes down. It's a 1-for-1 trade, and they want KU as well. KU has Shapeshift, though, so he will be able to run away in time. Overall, good fight for the Radiant. They trade 1-for-1, but that's a 2-for-4 fight down there.
Yeah, Camel Farmer comes spot with the DD, but ends up going in Radiant's favor somehow.
Shapeshift's nice fun ability in terms of just hastening up that summons, the wolves and Helmet of the Dominator creep.
Yeah, and Aaron going for the full farm build. Skipping boots, getting a wand, some bare bones stats, and going straight Midas. So he is going to be one farm boy.
On the
Right
bright
now,
side, he is Midas online. That's usually the weakest part of the builds before you have the Midas, but if Midas is done, then all is well.
True, but there'll also be a period of like Invoker gameplay where I feel like for the first like 20 minutes he sort of farms, usually gets travels, and then starts like split pushing the map. So Camel Farmer will really need to take advantage of that weak period and try to make plays happen.
And it is good time to do so. I mean, if Dire wanted to, can pretty easily 4-man play Dota with that OD, Meteor Hammer, and the Void Spirit being a Void Spirit. Imprisonments is used bottom lane. Meteor Hammer is still on cooldown. It's Impale used, Malefic low, but in comes Keita healing. Carapace popped. Dire are on the run. Malefic is still low. Cogs are used. Sunstrike will miss. Now in steps Camel Farmer, looking for a dive in the tower. Acid Rain dead. Malefic, the trade, and now Camel Farmer is on the run. Has no steps, but Radiant lack the crowd control. Over to top lane, meanwhile, it's a dive by Kobe. Soul killing Colonel Squid with that wall illusion. So good dive there by Kobe.
Good things happening for the Radiant right now. I mean, you have an OD off lane, and this tower is not done by 10 minutes. That is usually pretty rare to see. And KU still just sitting in the safe lane like nothing's happening. Like there's not an OD spamming him with meteor hammers.
Not for lack of trying either. They keep trying to do stuff, but they just cannot dislodge the Lycan. And they won't try to dislodge the Darkseer top lane. Surge is there, but because the Surge was there before the Carapace arrived, Dire lacked the crowd control. So good awareness there from Kobe just to Surge immediately when he sees a PL rather than wait for the Nyx.
Yeah, and Squid TPing right back top. It's an interesting decision.
Well, clock looks down on Bulljax. Bulljax is in danger, and Bulljax is dead. Big Sunstrike from long range by Aaron. Though they will turn for Kobe. Vendetta, Impale, Use, Darkseer will go down. Keita could not heal in time. They now turn to the Io, who was tethered on cooldown, but they lack the CC for him. Aaron arrives top, but the fight should be over now.
Yeah, really good for Aaron. Slowly racking up that gold, racking up those easy kills. And bottom tower will finally fall.
Yeah, at long last, the Meteor Hammer was enough to bring down the T1. Took a lot, but they ended up doing it.
And I think Radiant's happy with this, honestly. They're able to keep their tower alive for a lot longer than usual against OD. And KU's still farming pretty well, top of the net worth.
It's an interesting game that all 6 cores are pretty farmed right now. It's very rare that you see all 6 cores as farmed and as close in farm as these 6 cores are. I mean, there's no real cores either ahead or behind. They're all very even in CS, though this might change with this rotation from Ja and Bulljax. Imprisonments into Meteor Hammer is used on the Io. Actually, he will not get stunned here thanks to that good tornado by Aaron. They will still kill him thanks to step in by Killing Farmer and the Impale from Acid Rain, but... yeah, they get 1 kill, but I'm sure they wanted more than the Io there. They go for the second one now under that tier 1 tower. They find Aaron, but Aaron steps away in time from that ice wall, and now Malefic pops the cogs. Dire have to run. We're seeing the arrival of Kobe on the Darkseer. Wall is used. Hookshot is missed. We're seeing a vacuum on 2, but Tyre are still trying to run away. Kale Farmer died to Sunstrike. He assimilates away from that one as the remainder of the Dire walk away. It's only the Io dead. Avalon's alive, and the fighting has mutually been agreed to stop.
Yeah, natural rotation by Dire to come mid, try to take this tower. They get in a little skirmish, and now they're backing up. But I feel like the play doesn't really change here. It's just run back to the middle lane, take this tower, and take the map.
Whenever Radiant are not heavily defending, this tower is not long for life. Liquefire from Bulljax plus the Meteor Hammer from Ja means it's a lot of tower damage. They're now arriving on Radiant, but it's just too late now. Perhaps they can get some vengeance, though. It's a TP in by Clock. He has Hookshot in 10. Kiln Farmer steps away, and Acid Rain... he's stalking with the Vendetta, but not going in quite yet.
Radiant's map slowly closing in.
Well, 3-man smoke looking for PL. They find him immediately. Hookshot into Sunstrike, into Orchid, but PL has dodged the Sunstrike. Now it's PL in the vacuum, but he has Doppel available if he wants to use it over that cliff. In comes Asteroid, stunning the burrow onto 2. And now Squid gets away. Ice Path zones the Radiant away, and Dire, they have kept Squid alive entirely. Good play there by Asteroid, the 2-man Impale on the left side of the fight. And it's a rough smoke there from the Radiant side.
Indeed. And remember how in the draft we were saying probably not the greatest game for Ags Invoker? Aaron seems to disagree because he's straight rushing the Ags.
I guess if he times it really well with the Tornado, he has the crowd control he needs, but it'll be a lot on his own crowd control, because it's not like it's going to be huge lockdown from his team in this case. Maybe he just really thinks they need that much damage.
Yeah, perhaps he feels like that's what his team needs to win a fight. It's just that extra bit of Cataclysm damage. Perhaps another way to deal with Squid with the AoE. But Squid's game is going pretty good. Honestly, all cores, like you said, having great games.
I'm not quite sure if Squid will be truly ready to fight with that Manta Diffusal and Quick Buy, but we're at the point now where Squid eventually is on pace to be that big, huge problem for the Radiant team. And we mentioned how Radiant don't have great PL counters, and other than the Darkseer, it's still no great counters there.
Yeah, it looks like they recognize that, and they're trying to make a play on him right now.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. They had the Vision, they had the Hookshot and the Orchid on the Darkseer, but they could not kill the PL, and now they will lose life in the Clockwork. Vendetta, Carapace, Impale, Ice Path, damage, more than enough, but will there be Vengeance? Wall vacuums there on 2, in comes Sunstrike. It will hit on Squid, but Squid is still alive. Killing Farmer steps in as KU goes for Acid Rain. Acid Rain goes down, and now it's Killing Farmer breaking down Kobe. Killing Farmer wants Aaron. Aaron is trying to run away as Ja gets run at by KU. Now Ja turns. Hammer dropped. But Ja, he's just dead. KU, double kill, and he wants to die for more. Squid doppels away. Ice Path hits on 1 as Keita goes after Camel Farmer. Now Remnant is missed. Void Spirit, man fights with Lycan, T1 Tower gets glyphed, and now Radiant with Shapeshift over, are on the run. Tornado hits on 2 as Aaron tries to get KU away. KU will run into the river. Dire, though, are pursuing. Step into Remnant up in 2. Squid has arrived. Lance, Remnant, the right clicks, they come in, but so do the Radiants. Meteor dropped. They want to turn. KU is low. Definitely left the Sarms there on 2. Hookshot's there, stunning out on 2 with a fantastic turn. Vacuum is there. Radiant have turned. Killing Farmer is dead, and they run at Squid. Squid will doppel, but he's still in the river. Ice Path hits on 1. Radiants pursue for more. They want Squid, but Squid will run away. They instead turn to Bulljax on Jakiro. He will juke away in the trees and actually Radiant. They turn back to Squid again. They know Squid is in the camp. He'll turn. The Lances are there, but it's the real Orchid. Oh my, what a fantastic play from the side of Booba enthusiasts. It's a long fight. In the very end, they win that one pretty well.
Yeah, very back and forth. At first, it looked really good for Dire. Squid getting on top of that clockwork. And then KU just comes barreling into the fight with his Ancient Black Dragon. But by the time the fight ends, by the time his Shapeshift runs out, they just chase him again. Crazy fight, crazy back and forth. And these two teams are playing very well.
Keita has been caught by Acid Rain, but they lack the damage to kill him alone. They instead find the Imprisonment in the Meteor Hammer onto Malefic, into that Ice Path stun as well. Io heals, Clockwork drops the cogs, tries to live, Hookshot is missed. They instead vacuum onto Acid Rain. Orchid is in, Nyx is out. Now in comes KU, bringing down Bulljax. 2 more kills for Booba Enthusiast, and they will run it down the middle lane immediately.
KU, the big bad monster, going for the Midas this game too.
It's a lot of Midases, yeah. It's 2 of them.
Yeah, seems like they think this is the answer to their scaling problem against the PL. Just get more farm.
Certainly an option.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how it pans out.
So like usually you don't see like cores, like one core go Midas, another core go Midas, and the third core goes Orchid. It's weird, but I like it.
Yeah, and you usually don't think it's the offlaner that ends up going Orchid, but very interesting.
It's probably like, all right, we need the Orchid for the PL. Hey, Aaron, buy an Orchid. No, I'm buying Midas. Hey, Katie, you want to buy an Orchid? No, I'm buying Midas. All right, I'm buying the Orchid now. Which does mean he will have no Ags on the Darksphere for a long time, but I'm sure Kobe will be fine. If you're the Dire right now, what kind of play do you make to like try to bring this game back? It's currently a pretty significant Radiant side lead.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. This OD's momentum kind of got stopped short. Usually is not what you want happening when you have an OD. They did a great job of taking the first 2 towers, bottom and mid, but now it kind of looks like they're feeling constipated on the map. Not really sure what to do.
I mean, they're real stopped up right now. Bot T2 is fine, mid T2 is fine, top T1 is pretty healthy as well, and you'd expect them to be able to fight better, but they're just not.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like they kind of just have to fall back on some critical timings on their cores. Probably Manta on their PL and then Ags on their Void Spirit to try to fight. Other than that, I don't really see how they take the fight. This game feels like it's completely in Radiant's control.
Orchid is there on Camel Farmer. Kata comes in and down goes Camel Farmer. Apparently Clockwork Cogs more than enough CC to make the double Sunstrike hits.
Yeah, he doesn't need anything else. And they're going to set up for this top tower now. Now it's Radiant closing in the map on Dire.
This is certainly this is what they want for sure. I mean, they have this like and they have this great line for it, and they will find Asterin as well. Fantastic Sentry Ward. Nyx is in the cogs. He's knocked back Radiant. They slump the bullet and they'll bring out the tornado from the air from long range. That's another kill. And hey, guess where they killed him outside of? The Roshan pit. They walk right on in.
This feels so good. When you get a kill and they lead you right to the Rosh pit.
I'm like taking notes right now. Like, all right, whenever I'm feeding, run away from the Roshan pits.
Yeah,
distract
honestly.
them a little bit.
You just saved the enemy team 10 seconds by running there.
Okay.
Maybe more.
Run away from the Roshan pit. All right, run into them away from the Roshan pits. No, it's too late.
Picking up Aegis. Interesting.
We're seeing relocate bottom lane looking for Ja. Ja is being gone on by Keita, KU, and Malefic. TP will be there, but
hookshot.
Hookshot is there. Cancel that TP. Up, they have brought down the OD. One more great kill there, and well, it's 2 lives on KU, and your map control is getting real bad for the side of Bing Chilling.
Okay, that was actually so sick. Clockwork 4 staffs to get the angle just in time to hookshot that OD. If he wouldn't have done that, it would have been hard, really, really hard to get around the creeps and the heroes. That was such a heads-up play by Malefic there.
You had lane creeps in the way, 2 teammates in the way. It's like, alright, I will find the angle, get out of the way. And they even recognize it at the end as well. They juke to the left on the IO and the Lycan just to make space for the clock there.
Yeah, these guys, they're mind melding. This is crazy. Seems like they're playing really, really well together.
Seems to be how it goes, and well, map control is getting even better. I mean, it's 4 towers down, the 5th one under duress bottom lane. Radiant instead jump for Asmin, another catch sentry in the river. Cold Snap, right clicks, bullwhip. Yup, that is another dead Nyx. Stuck in the Vendetta form the entire time. And, well, this tri-camp is suddenly now property of the side of Booba enthusiasts.
Yeah, this feels really bad for Nyx. Usually as the Nyx, you know, you want to be setting up kills on the enemy side. And he just feels no room to do that. Here, 1 second.
Part of the concern now is, I mean, they need to do something, but the hard part is what... I like the idea, like, split the lanes here on the Void Spirit and the other cores, but they're going to try to kill him. I mean, Malefic TP'd in. Luckily for... Hookshot's in. Into Cataclysm, not enough damage. Perhaps not. Never mind. Relocate has arrived, but not quite there in time. KU pops the Shapeshift. Him and Keita are very fast. They're stunned by the neutral Centaur! Very fortuitous neutral Centaur stomp there. Keeping Dire alive for now. Kobe blinks in. Back and Maul's there on 2. Camel Farmer is low and will die, and now it's Acid Rain trying to save his teammates. Carapace pop, but KU is in the BKB. Squid turns, hitting the IO, but the Nyx is already dead. It's 2 more kills for the Radiance team, and they run forward. They want perhaps a 3rd kill. They see PL. Ice Wall slows. They're under the tier 2 tower. Ice Path will miss for now. Ja, imprisoned and hammered Malefic, now blinks away, but Radiance, they now run at the tier 2 tower. They want more property damage. They want PL as well. Vacuum is there. Squid pops the Manta. They're going on in. They turn onto Kobe. EMP drop Dire. They've once again been zoned entirely away. This tier 2 tower is just so low right now.
Yeah, man, not letting up on the pressure. This Radiant team not giving PL any space to breathe here.
And there's not a single outer tower alive, and look what Lycan still has. Aegis for 2 minutes.
Yeah, and Camel Farmer's Axe timing just keeps getting slowed down. 24 minutes, and he's about 1,000 gold away. I think if they want any chance of winning a fight, they need to wait out the Sages, get an Axe in the sky, and then try to make some sort of play.
Eventually, maybe in 2 minutes we can get that Ags, and then they can probably try to take some kind of fight, but when that time happens, they'll be down, 12,000 gold perhaps, which is... it's very bad.
Yeah, it's a lot. 500 gold per minute. And they don't want him to have any space taking over the triangle. Squid is going to have to find some way to farm on this map. I don't really know how. He's going to have to pull a freaking miracle out here.
That's part of the concern. I mean, Void Spirit can perhaps push in the top lane as he has been, but for PL it's a little bit harder. And Chicken Heroes who are dead, it's Acid Rain in the cogs. Kata is dropped, Nyx is low, and KU has arrived to relocate. Ball is there on 2, Nyx goes down, and the hammer is dropped. They're trying to turn, but Dire, they cannot fight. Radiant triumphantly run forward, running at Squid. Squid is just so low, pops the stick, pops the doppel, but he turns instead over to the OD. Lycan is now stunned. Dire, they turn, but Lycan still has 2 lives. And now Kobe blinks in, getting the illusion of Squid. Squid now doppels. Camel Farmer Silence is there on 4. The Ags is finished, but nobody is dead yet. Tornado hits onto the PL illusion. Radiant have now run away. They have killed 1 more Nyx, and they have lost nothing in exchange.
Yep. 15 seconds on this Aegis. And I think Dire has to make some kind of play here if they want to come back in this game, take back their map, and start farming again.
That's going to be the hard part. I mean, you mentioned the importance of the Lycan losing his Aegis. It has now happened, and you mentioned the importance of the Void Spirit Ags. it was finished in the last minute, so perhaps now is the time. But Malefic
Oh,
is being a bother right now. They find Void Spirit. He now steps away, but the Orchid is there in time. Void Spirit gets run at. The cogs are dropped. Keita is healing. Ja will turn. Imprisonment, it's there in the IO. Clock goes down, and Dire, they need more kills. They want the IO. Silence is in. Ice Path will stun. The IO will die 2 kills for Camel Farmer, and Asterane scouts for a third. He runs down to the Radiant side jungle looking for Aaron. Dire have the vision, but they also have the surge. They will get away in this case.
Yeah, Dire doing a good job of recognizing their timing. Acid Rain trying to
Perhaps not. The Carapace into the Impale into the Jaw hits. They find the Invoker. And they will bring him down as well. Another kill. That's a fantastic kill on the Invoker. That's 3 kills now for the side of Bing Chiling.
Yeah, sick play by Acid Rain there. Get one more pick off. Dire recognizing that they need to go, and they need to go now. Shapeshift was down for a majority of that fight in their in the Dire triangle. And AC almost completed on KU here. He's probably going to look to take some sort of fight soon.
If they want to be conservative, they can't wait for that second Roshan, perhaps, but they always could just, run it down a lane. Clock Hook, Darkseer, Blink Vacuum, Shapeshift, easy game in that sense, but they have their options. But their lead has gotten a lot smaller. It was about 11k, 12k gold, and now it's only a 7k gold lead.
Yeah, that's true. I'm kind of wondering how their lead got so much smaller so quickly. I mean, they only got a few kills. I mean, I guess the Invoker kill was huge. But KU is still 5k net worth ahead of this Invoker. Or, I mean, sorry, this PL. And he's feeling really good right now.
That's basically the entire net worth gap is Lycan over PL, but PL... I mean, if PL can get even items to the Lycan, it's a good game to play PL, so maybe from matchups alone, Dire can still win this game in that sense.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even say the net worth lead matters that much, because, like, this Lycan hero is naturally not very good against PL due to the lack of wave clear. So if this PL can get a heart, I'd say they have a fighting chance of really turning this game around, and this next Roshan fight is going to be absolutely huge.
Acid Rain will attempt on Aaron. Meteor Hammer dropped, but the vacuum cancels that one. Orchid is there in the Nyx, and Nyx, well, he's very dead. Very ambitious play there from Acid Rain. High risk, low reward, and he finds his spot in the grave now.
Yep, Camel Farmer picking up a late Yule Scepter here. This is something I feel like we don't usually see after like 30 minutes. But maybe he feels like he needs it against these Orchids.
Speaking of Orchids, one is there on Ja. He'll force away and he'll try to get away from Kobe. Ja's blink in 3, but it's canceled with the Rocket Flare. Now it's Vacuum into the IO tether. They will attempt to bring down the OD with the arrival of KU. It should be easy, and it is easy. That's one more death there in the OD, and I mean, Booba enthusiasts to keep pressure on.
Right before the blink comes off cooldown for Ja, the Vacuum comes out. Tries to Astral himself, and then Keita does a cool play. He brings in the IO balls really close so he doesn't get a chance to blink out of the Astral.
Well, they're bringing in all 3 lanes down the Radiant side. Top, mid, and bot are all coming in, but Dire arrive looking for Malefic. Malefic is low, and he dies immediately, but Aiden comes back in wall there on 2. Orchid is there on Void Spirit. Dire try to turn, but Radiant run on forward. PL half HP gets away in time. Shapeshift, still not quite used, now popped. KU tries to run in, but Squid is a little bit too maneuverable. He will not go down there. So Shapeshift popped, and Dire's still at the fight here. Acid Rain is stalking, he's searching. Dire Smoke as 3, they now run at KU. KU has Shapeshift ending in like 7 seconds, so Dire perhaps want the Lycan. Lycan, once again, is running, but he cannot run for much longer. Now on the Roshan pit, Dire arrives. Killmonger steps in silencing there on 2. They stun on KU. Hammer dropped. KU dead. Oh. Vacuum, it's there on 4. But Dire are running forward. They find the Invoker. Invoker is dead. 2 massive kills for Colonel Squid. They now run at the IO. Keita tethers away. But for the first time in a very long time, it is Radiant truly on the retreat.
Yeah, and then they did the thing that they did to them earlier. Lead them right to the Roshan pit for Squid to get that juicy Aegis. And that was crazy. I didn't think that Dire would want to go in, considering Shapeshift was still up, but they felt really strong and they capitalized. No vacuum wall for that entire fight.
Malefic looks for the big play. Hook shot from long range, perhaps.
Do it.
Acid Rain blocks it. Yes, a great block from Acid Rain. Roshan dead. Aegis still on the floor somehow. Now goes to the PL, and Clockwork, despite his heroics, will go down there.
Yeah. Malefic got the perfect timing, man, but Acid Rain, with the heads-up play, getting in the way. I think he genuinely would have had a good chance of that Aegis steal if Acid Rain was not where he was in that moment.
There's a good reason why Acid Rain is considered among the, if not the best foreign lads. He's a very heads-up player, you know?
He really is. Finding these pickups on Voker, blocking Aegis steal. This guy his impact has definitely been felt in this game, even though it hasn't been the greatest Knicks game for the first 20 minutes.
And it's a 4K net worth lead, but I feel like Radiant are no longer in that good position anymore. I mean, if you're the Radiant team, what kind of plays do you make now?
Yeah, 4K lead, but it doesn't feel like they're ahead, especially with this Aegis now and Squid. And I really don't know. I'm kind of at a loss for this team right now. They really got to just hang back and wait for a good team fight, I guess. Good vacuum wall into Cataclysm or something. Because Squid now has a heart. Or he's about to. And he's going to be very hard to kill.
Well, the imprisonment's there on Malefic. In comes Aaron, canceling Beater Hammer. Ice Path will hit. Clock is impaled. Keita is healing. But Relocate's still on cooldown. Malefic will get healed, but will eventually go down. Macropyre dropped. Clockwork is dropped as well. And Camel Farmer steps in looking perhaps for more, though Keita tears away in time. That is a pickoff for the Dire side, and if they want to, they begin to siege that middle tier 2 tower.
Yeah. Things looking great for Dire right now, looking to keep up the pressure. Squid hanging back in this triangle, though. Maybe it doesn't feel like it's go time just yet. Looking for that Scotty next.
They will glyph, but I don't think it's going to save the life of that tier 2 tower. Just delay the inevitable.
Yeah, and I think all Radiant can hope to do is rat and try to stall out the game. That's exactly what KU is looking to do in the top lane. Because, I mean, how does he fight into these heroes right now?
Well, Dire have left. They have been scared enough by that large black dragon and 2 small wolves. Actually, Hex is there on Camel Farmer. Meteor drop. KU's in the Void Spirit. Will Yules himself, can he live? Yes, he can. Now in comes John. Prisman's there onto both Aaron and KU. Aaron is on the run. The dust is used. The hammer is dropped, but Aaron is still 1/3 HP. Jaw is forced forward. Needs a few more hits. Can he get them? It appears to be no. Josh, he blinks in, but it's still from the tether from Keita, the shard. And the Relocate's there in time. They get Aaron away. No, they don't. Acid Rain was there middle lane. What a great play from Acid Rain. He was set up. And now Keita. It's just too late. He can no longer save his Invoker. Acid Rain was set up for the return on the Relocate. Acid Rain. And he might die for that. The Orchid is there.
Acid Rain, God.
Wow. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that was crazy. Kill opportunity set up by the split push by KU. Malefic falling.
Wow. This is actually stepped in by Camel Farmer as well onto the IO, into the Impale, into the Reckless. It's Keita dead. It's a snowball out of control in favor of Bing Chilling right now.
Dude, this game is everything I was hoping it would be. This is actually so fun to watch. Both teams going crazy, making great plays. But looks like Dire's going to come out on top.
Though KU is looking to apply as much pressure across the maps he can. He's got the BKB and Shapeshift up. He has forced back Camel Farmer. Dire will glyph. Meanwhile, they also will siege middle still. Lycan runs away from the Void Spirit. He turns over Camel Farmer. Camel Farmer has... Okay, he's 1 step left. Sunstrike, though. It's dodged by Camel Farmer. What a great dodge.
Holy.
Back to mid lane. Vacuum is there on 4. Wall is in on 2. Radiant. They've defended. Hookshot in on Bulljax. Bulljax is low. Kobe is dead, and Malefic is hunting. He wants Bulljax. Bulljax is still alive, though, thanks to those imprisonments from Ja. Arcane Orb. It's a lot of damage, and Malefic is now caught in his own cogs. Bulljax goes down straight from Clockwork. Now Tornado's there onto the OD. OD is silenced. He tries to turn. He dies to the Orchid Afterburn. Meanwhile, Acid Rain runs away. He dropped the Meter Hammer and ran.
Keeping back
to the base, actually. They've lost their Rax bottom lane. KU BKB, he's hitting Camel Farmer. Camel Farmer now turned back to KU. Keita has arrived. IO will go down. KU TPs. Is it in time?
Oh my god.
Yes, it is. That's
Oh my god.
disastrous.
KU is such a heads-up player, man. He realizes there's nothing he can do in that fight, and the only way he can have impact in this game is if he rats. And that's exactly what he does. Camel Farmer and him are playing around for at least 40 seconds up there. Camel Farmer trying to get him off the racks, but it's just not enough damage.
That is, I mean, they were in such a grand spot, but they had, despite that, Radiant, they actually claimed bottom racks in dire. They get no racks.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
And this is why KU is considered one of the best carries in the league, man. The game sense in this guy. He realizes there's nothing he can do if he TP's back. The only thing he can do is rat. And now that leads to a 1-racks advantage for Radiant.
Camel Farmer finds KU step into the Arcane Remnants. Silence is there on 2, albeit Void Spear also is silenced. His Yule's on cooldown and he will go down. They punish him for that offensive Yules, and now KU runs at Balljax. Balljax has Force Staff and TP. TP. Somehow there in time. No cancels were there from the Invoker, the Clock, or the Darkseer.
Clutch TP by Bulljax.
And Malefic has Hookshot in 20s running at Squid, though Squid is a little bit too evasive, it appears. KU will shapeshift running at Acid Rain. Acid Rain is vacuumed and blasted and will go down. So that's 2 deaths there inside of Bing Chilling, and it is back in 4th action.
Yeah, Squid going for the Scotty, and KU having his eyes on the Mjolnir. This is something I was thinking about, because it seems like the only logical way that Lycan can deal with the PL. But will it be enough? I honestly don't know.
That's going to be hard to tell at this point. Maybe with the Mjolnir on the Invoker damage might be enough.
Mm-hmm. Invoker. Okay, he's had this Hex for a while, and now he's eyeing the Refresher Orb. Could be lots of damage coming out from this guy, lots of control. Maybe the extra X factor they need to take care of this PL.
I mean, it's just, if it's a Radial Deafening Blast, Cataclysm, Meteor, Refresh, repeat all of that, that's enough. And, well, KU wants to get more buildings. He looks for the range racks. He might find him with the summons, though he is stunned up by Ja. BKB on him is up, now used. He now turns onto the buildings again. The T3 tower takes some damage. Keita tethers forward. And Radiant run away. They get the bottom Ranger racks and they run away.
That was a real Giga Chad move by KU. Just running in, causing a distraction so his creeps could get the bottom Ranger racks.
So this is very, very, very annoying Lycan gameplay where it's just so hard to stop in this game.
With the BKB, it feels like as long as that's up, they can catch him. And maybe this represents an opening. That's what they think. They're going to smoke up.
Well, they find the IO. IO certainly will die here. And it should be just the IO. Roshan is not alive. Actually, it's a very unlucky Roshan respawn window for inside of Bing Chilling. It's a very late respawn, so they cannot claim that quite yet.
Yeah, true. And honestly, that was a great value death by Keita there, because they're Lycan without BKB for 15 seconds, can still walk away and farm now. And that's a dire smoke. They get 1 hero for it as a support.
It's a tactical death. We're seeing Malefic having a good... He's having a fun time right now. He's pump fake and hookshot into the dire base. They have no vision there either. They've got no idea. He's just having fun. Using abilities. And... I mean, they're just going to wait now, perhaps for that 3rd Roshan, but... I mean, both teams are thinking 3rd Roshan right now, but for now it's Dire who had the map control around the pit.
Yeah, and looking for Squid to maybe get some control. Maybe go for that Basher next. Because if right now it feels like they're having trouble locking down heroes, surprisingly enough, even though their draft appears to be good at it.
It does lack that great BKB piercing disable. I guess Basher might help do that. Basher perhaps even into the Abyssal Blade. We're seeing only Basher form now in Quick Buy, but can easily be a nice little jump over to that full Abyssal if Squid really wants to.
Yeah, Clockwork picking up the Axe Scepter. So, the refresh and I believe it's called Overclock?
Yeah, it is the Overclock. It's really powerful.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a lot of... I remember watching an SCA DPC match where the clock had the overclocking, and it was hookshot, cogs knockback, hookshot. It's a lot of stun, and even like a PL, if you're locked down for that long, you might just die immediately.
Yeah, very true. It's like 4.5 seconds of AoE CC, maybe even more. But the question is, will he have the mana to cast all that? Hopefully he will.
He should. He should. Once he gets like mana burned by like the PL losing from the Nyx, he should have plenty of mana for it. Well, speaking of Clockwork, he is caught by Ja, imprisonment, meter hammer. Tornado tries to help, but Malefic should go down and will go down. Kale actually blocks the hook shot away. That would have been to the ally invoker. So good awareness there by the Void Spirit to block that defensive hook shot. And it is a pickoff, but it is only a support kill once again, with the clock being dead. But Dire, they know they want more. They smoked up S3, and they now run into their own jungle, but those are not easy kills to get.
Yeah, they're not smoked up with their Void Spirit right now, and he is one of their main forms to catch. So we'll see. Also, Acid Rain in the bottom lane.
Yeah, it's Aaron fine, KU fine, everyone's fine. So it's a smoke really for nothing too much other than moving faster at this point.
Yeah, I don't think Squid is the one you want to be smoking there. He's gonna go home and actually pick up the travels, probably to help deal with the split push, which is truly a problem for this Dire team.
They're just constantly seeing, I mean, Darkseer Ion Shells, Lycan Summons, Invoker Forge Spirits, just being such a bother right now.
How do you feel about
will attempt on Aaron. I don't think it's going to go well for him, though. Yeah, Acid Rain is now caught in the middle of a bunch of Radiant heroes, though Dire actually brought down Keita on the IO. Shiva's popped, Kale Farmer arrives, actually it's Darkseer who's now brought down as well, so disastrous fight so far. 2 heroes dead, and they now run at the Invoker. BKB is popped, Shapeshift is there, Acid Rain will go down, and ends up being a 2-for-1 trade there.
Liking picking up a Bloodthorn, and now he's just gonna go back to split push. He realizes that there's no way they fight this 3v4. And let's see how Radiant deal with this nuisance.
When they see Lycan top lane, they run at Lycan top lane. Say, alright, he's gone, but you know what isn't gone? It is Roshan that's alive now for the 3rd time this game. Will be the Aegis, the Cheese, and the Refresher Shard this time around, so should be cool to perhaps have. Not sure if it's OD this game or what, but seeing meanwhile OD imprisons onto the Clockwork. Clockwork actually is saved by the Hex of Aaron. Aaron Refresher's looking for the OD. OD is low and now drops. Hookshot comes in, misses, but they already have killed the OD. Malefic is forward looking for Bulljax. Malefic dies to Bulljax as KU runs at Camel Farmer. He'll Yules himself as Squid is still in the pit. Camel Farmer steps in for Aaron. Remnant is missed, but Squid is still in the pit. Roshan down. Aegis 2 PL. KU runs forward, but it's just too late.
Yeah, Aaron dropping his full combo on that OD. Gets the job done, but they don't have much gas left in the tank. Definitely can't stop Squid. And KU, I think he's just going to go back to playing his split push game, because opting to go instead of the opting to go for the Bloodthorn instead of the Mjolnir maybe feels like he needs more lockdown for the Void Spirit or the OD. But now it's makes him even less susceptible to deal with this PL. I really don't know how they fight this guy apart from ratting.
That's the concern right now, is they just really can't head-on fight him anymore, and maybe they'll just say, you know what, it's time to fight. Invoker has been caught by Camel Farmer mid lane. He's already half HP. Both steps were used. Hex is the turn, though. K-Tub relocates just for the heal as Camel Farmer now begins to run away. He'll Yules himself, dodging the vacuum. Acid Rain has the Carapace, but Radiant still hit and bring down that Void Spirit. Good pick there, and they go for a second one on Acid Rain. Squid and Acid Rain are both there. Impale is missed, and Squid runs at KU. The Abyssal hits, but in comes Hookshot. In comes second Hookshot, but no, it's dodged by Doppelganger! The missed timing there by Malefic, and Squid is now causing chaos on the back lines. Malefic runs away, and Squid tries to find heroes, but they're just too fast, actually. They get away entirely from the PL. Back to Clockwork. He's being gone on by Nyx and Void Spirit. He will go down here. So it's actually Sunstrike from long range. Wow, what a fantastic Sunstrike from downtown. Aaron. I guess this is why they're really prioritizing his Invoker, but that is a wild fight right there.
Yeah, and Camel Farmer buying back. They really just want to all in on here. Their lanes are in a decent spot. KU not in position to split push. TP down for 15. And it seems like finally they're gonna get the hands on the racks. They've been trying to do this for so long, it feels like.
Yeah, I mean, Glyph is there trying to delay the inevitable. Hookshot is in on the PL, but clock is silenced. Vacuum Ball's there on two, but Dire are beginning to kite around. Camel Farmer is silenced and sees him die back on voice root immediately. Now Squid, he'll doppel, but he's fighting right now in a 3v5. Clock is in, he brings down Boljax. Boljax is down for a very, very long time, and now Dire, they try to fight, but they're running out of heroes. OD is on the run. Squid is on the run. Radiant, they pursue, they turn now over to Squid. Squid is silenced, he has 2 lives.
1v5.
But how long can he fight for? He's running out of HP rapidly. 1 life gone. Ja has left. He accepts the inevitable. Squid will try to pull Houdini, but it will not work. Shivas, Hex, Red Clicks, Refresher even used. And Squid is dead. And Squid has no buyback. Actually, hookshot in that Boljax. Boljax has been caught. He too has no buyback. Relocate in. KU hits Boljax. He too will go down here. Disastrous dieback on Boljax. And now, Squid, Camel Farmer, Boljax all have no buyback. And at long last, Booba enthusiasts have broken the game wide open.
This has to be game. We asked ourselves how they could deal with the PL. I guess that's the answer. Kill his entire team, separate him, and then focus him down twice. They just make it look so easy. And Squid short 600 for buyback.
But yeah, there's still buyback. He's just short on gold.
This is 600 gold. That is like very game changing. This has to be game, right?
Well, T3 is dead. Imprisonment is there, but now Ja has been caught. The Hex, the Shivas, the Orchid, and the dead OD. He'll force away, but it will be...
He's buying time.
He's bought some time, but he eventually goes down. The long-range spirits. Ja buys back, but it's still a 2v5. It will be Megas, if not a game.
Megas.
Oh, the damage!
Jeez.
Well, Megas claimed.
15 seconds for Camel Farmer, 20 for Squid. Can they hold?
Just seems so hard, the Glyph. It's ending now, and KU has Shapeshift now ending, though. Alacrity is in. Acid Rain looks to delay. Hookshot Mr. Hex is there on Ja. Vacuum, it's there on the OD. Wall, drop. Camel Farmer, back, and they know it's... Down. They know the inevitable is here. The GG is called, the throne is dead.
Holy shit, what a game, man. Radiant pulling it out with what seemed to be a much harder draft to execute, but man, they just played at a higher level that game. That was awesome. KU really showing up. 820 GPM.
Just, I mean, both teams really had an opportunity to win that game, but man, Booba enthusiasts earned that one.
Yeah, they really did. They all played so well, man. So connected. I'm definitely gonna need a break after that one, man.
Let's go join slot real fast before you leave.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't want to cast from Dota TV again. That was a bit of a pain in the ass.
Man, Dota's actually so broken. Dota's literally so broken. Whew. Alright, so it is a Game 1 victory for Booba enthusiasts, and they will have selection to pick side for Game 2. And if Game 2 is anything like Game 1, then we are in for another very, very fun show. That was some real... I don't know, it's kind of other back and forth chaos. Look at this graph. Look at the graph. Radiant lead, Dire lead. Radiant lead, Dire lead. Radiant lead, Dire lead. Radiant victory. You don't see it very often.
Yeah, that game felt really high skill.
So I'm hoping that game 2 lives up to the same sort of billing where game 1 wild and crazy. Hopefully game 2 also is wild and crazy. We're just waiting on teams to select pick inside right now. It is second pick selected by the enthusiasts, and it'll be Bing Chilling choosing either Radiant or Dire. Probably Radiant, because Radiant is very cool. I have pre-swapped them to Radiance. I know they're going to pick Radiance. I knew it. I knew they would choose it. I also need some water after that one.
Yeah, you especially, man. You were going crazy.
Some of those crescendos in the fights. You know, it's you ever watched the movie Spinal Tap?
I have not. Sorry, I'm pretty uncultured when it comes to the movies. Actually,
There's a joke in the movie, right, where they talk about like guitar amps, and one of the main characters is like, you know, we have our guitar amps. It's like, all right, we've turned up to 10, but we have a secret. We can turn them up to 11. Go even louder. That's what it's kind of like. Where it's like, all right, I'm going to 11 in some of these team fights sometimes.
yeah, I didn't think you could get louder. Next thing you know, my headphones are exploding.
That's how it happens.
But hey, sometimes the hype calls for it, and that game was fucking hype. Squid popped off, but like, it just wasn't enough.
Oh. Just G. Okay. So apparently Keita not here. They're going anyways, because apparently they don't need Keita in the draft.
I guess not.
Now KU presses the buttons, so I guess they're good. I will be right. I'll wait till the pick start, and then I will be right back.
Sure.
I'll let the
One
band
thing I
start
underestimated. One thing I underestimated about casting, I will say, is using your camera to like move around and look at everything that needs to be seen, and thinking about like what to say. Also, quite the multitasking you guys do, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's part of the challenge. Is there's you have to juxtapose both saying words and saying the correct words, also seeing things, because you know it's you can zoom out, right? But there's only so far you can zoom out, and a lot of these times it's just, there's more stuff happening than what can fit in the screen, you know?
Exactly, dude. I felt like the whole game I was like playing on a 2000 ping, just trying to go to the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
But hey, it was very fun.
Ooh. All right.
I think that's similar bands to what we saw game 1. Booba enthusiasts are also DP enthusiasts.
Oh yeah, they are the most notorious DP pickers I've ever seen in my entire life. It's disgusting.
Yeah, and they have like a crazy win rate with it too. Going for the IO pick now on the side of Big Chilling. They saw Keita playing it, figured it was good.
I looked it up. It is the exact same 4 bands. Into the exact same 5 pick, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so OD Jakiro is how we're going to see now?
Yeah, right.
Any OD Jakiro pickers?
I wonder if Booba Enthusiast cares about this OD hero. They seem to be like doing their whole own thing. Seems like they don't care about the meta at all, honestly.
I will be right back though.
Sure. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am Badger, and I will be casting this game today. Looks like we have a Bane pick. Very cool. What will they pick with the Bane? I don't know. Let's find out.
Remaining.
Will they pick a Mars?
Remaining.
Maybe.
Radiant team pick.
Invoker.
Radiant team ban.
Beastmaster.
Dare team ban. Seconds remaining.
TB ban finally coming out from the side of Bing Chillin'.
5 seconds remaining.
Makes sense against KU. I'm surprised we didn't see it last game. but he opts for the Lycan. Very interesting stuff. And Booba Enthusiast feeling confident with the Invoker pick. I mean, Aaron kind of owned on it last game, so.
Dire team ban.
PA ban, generally good hero against this IO. Gets on top of it, blows it up within 2 or 3 seconds. Also decent at dealing with the boars.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Being chilling, seen enough of the Lycan. They don't want anything to do with the dog. Fair enough after KU plays it like that.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
I've returned, and it looks like the draft is well on their way now.
Thank God, dude. I was feeling a little awkward here. I tried impersonating you for a little bit, but it's kind of hard, you know? Voice is
I
too
cannot
deep, man.
wait to watch that later.
It was quite a pathetic attempt, I will say.
I'm going to laugh thoroughly when I hear this in the VOD later. I watch back a lot of my VODs, so it's one of those things where I wanna make it as like a pro commentator. So it's like, all right, I have to like painstakingly watch my own VODs. I'm like, damn, I suck at this, don't I? I write down notes
Wouldn't
and
say
shit.
that. But it is kind of like a player watches replays, right? You gotta watch your caster VODs.
I'm like, all right, I slurred a word at minute 24:13. No, I need to speak a little bit slower this time.
Time to do enunciation exercises.
I know I said Burrows had an impale at minute like 13. Yeah, the little things that like bother you, you know?
Yeah. Time to go study ability names on flashcards.
I used to do that, no joke, because
Wait, no way. Are you serious?
Not like physical flashcards, but digital flashcards.
That's hilarious.
5 seconds remaining.
I know it's a lot. It just something like teleprompter tests you can do as well. Just like make sure you're just good to appropriately pace your stuff. There's some weird heroes we've got here.
Yeah, I stopped paying attention to the draft for a second. I come back and I see this.
We have the Malefic 4 Pudge.
Now, we did see this guy own on Pudge earlier in a game, I think last weekend.
I'm
This
on
guy
it.
was just going crazy.
I am on it. I am pulling up the Dota buff from the last series.
Yeah, I swear. Yeah, it had to be Malefic. He was owning. gonna go
And
for
I
Tinder.
have found it. It is Game 2, Booba Enthusiast versus PayPal's 30k USD. Malefic
Right.
10, 6, and 1 Pudge. Lane 1, game victory.
Yep, that's all you need to know. Booba Enthusiast. They don't want to do a meta draft, man. I respect it. They're gonna own, and they're gonna own with non-traditional heroes.
I feel like this is definitely a candidate for the best good vibe team in lads.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like their comms are probably really chill.
I feel like that might be the only good vibe team that's actually good.
No, dude, my team is a good vibe team. We got some real good vibers. Smiley,
I said
Shrek.
I said good though.
Oh, my bad.
The thing is, there's a lot of good vibe teams that are really bad. Like I know Six Dogs team's a good vibe team, but they're 1-5.
I feel like Karan's team is always a good vibe team.
Yeah, they're like 0-5 too. Like they're also really bad.
Yeah. I feel like if you have Karan on a team, it's just a good vibe team.
It's interesting. They had their choice of counter pick for their choice of counter pick for the Invoker. They knew it's probably mid again.
Yeah, and they go for the Ember here. I guess it's alright. There's not too many heroes you really want to take mid against Invoker. The Void Spirit felt pretty good last game, honestly, but I guess they want to go for something else. I doubt they're going to put this like 1. But it's always possible with Ja, man. You never know with this guy. He loves taking mid heroes 1.
I feel like Ja would be the sort of person to ask for Beastmaster offlane.
Oh, I
He
just
really does.
That's true. Yeah.
Probably sick having to play against. He's like, all right, last game, like guys, tired of playing against Lycan with Helm the Overlord. This game, he's now going to buy the Helm the Overlord.
They wanted their own Lycan.
10 seconds remaining ban.
Last banning the Mars.
Is
It could
this a 3 Kunkka or a 1 Kunkka?
I honestly have no idea. I feel like it could be a 3 Kunkka, but Radiant seems to think it's a 1.
10 seconds.
I guess Kobe used to play mid, and Kunkka is usually mid.
Radiant
So he might just play the middle Kunkka offlane instead. That's been
True,
a lot
and
of
I
the
think-
heroes they've played this season.
I'm like 90% sure I have seen him play Kunkka offlane, and it was owning. Yeah, I think we're gonna see a KU hero. And the Alchemist. Interesting.
Yeah, it's Colonel Squid, man. Has to be all over this, man. You know,
Yeah.
because
The
And-
Timber.
you know the exact same response. For those who are unaware of what we're referencing here, last night my team and lads played Fury's team and lads. We 23 picked Alchemist with Colonel Squid being our
And
drafter.
we 24 picked.
Timbersaw. So same
So-
ideas here.
Same roles too. So we'll see how it goes. Full disclosure, our team didn't really do so hot, so we'll see if Booba Enthusiast can redeem our effort.
You
Camel
know,
Farmer with sick
Kobe
Ember
owns,
set.
dude. He's ready to go.
And it's gonna be a KU Kunkka.
I feel like I like the Booba Enthusiast draft here. What's your thoughts in terms of drafts here?
Honestly, no. I feel after last game, I feel like I'm not qualified to talk about the drafts anymore. I mean, once again, Bing chilling. It seems like on paper their draft is like really good. They have this Beastmaster, IO, lots of split push, lots of ways to make space for this Alchemist. But Booba Enthusiasts have surprised us once. I'm sure they'll surprise us again.
As part of the fun with commentating is you're gonna be wrong a lot. You just accept you're gonna be wrong sometimes.
And there's no way to hide it either. It's just there for everyone to see.
That's why I like to use words like I think, or the way I evaluate it, or it seems like. You know, I don't like to commit like it will be. You know, because when you say very definitive language, you end up being wrong. You'll get moved on.
Right. 11 wins as a row on Kunkka, man. KU ready to show us the Kunkka.
Time to not disconnect from the lobby this time. If you are just joining us, though, welcome to game number 2 of Bing Chilling taking on Booba Enthusiasts. Booba Enthusiasts on the dire side won game 1. They're hoping to make it a 2-0. Of course, Bing Chilling want to make it that 1-1. It is a 2-game series only, so it could be the 1-1 draw. My name is Badger. I am once again joined by the one and only Fury Dotes, and hopefully we're in for a good time tonight for game 2.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of weight on this Timbersaw's shoulder. I mean, he should have a pretty good lane. I don't see any way Alchemist IO harasses him out. And he's against 2 strength heroes. And an IO. feel like he has a lot of room to own. Meanwhile, Aaron, I wonder if he's gonna go for the
30
similar
seconds to
build this game with the Acceptor Rush with the Exort.
Like this game, his team definitely does not lack damage. I mean, Timbersaw, literally everything Timbersaw does is damage. That's all he does is
Exactly.
damage.
Exactly, and they don't have too much AoE control. I mean, I guess they have the grip. I mean, he made it work with the clockwork last game, so. But I want to see him go Wex. I think it would be cool, and I feel like his team could really use it.
That's certainly a merit to an Invoker play if you win one game on the Exort build and then win the next game on the Wex build.
That is
2-0
true.
with
That is
That's sick.
that's a massive flex, actually.
We are seeing some very vigorous blocking from the mid laners right now.
That is true. They're sweating already. The creeps haven't even met.
It's a good
I
block
feel
from
like-
Camel Farmer.
Yeah, and I feel like this is a. Okay, yeah, he's gonna go Wex against the Ember. Tornado being notoriously good for taking out the Flame Guard. So we'll see what build Camel Farmer goes for.
One for Flame Guard for now, but it's only level 1 Flame Guard. There's plenty of time to skill other abilities when the time comes.
Yeah, we usually see Embers try to max the W against the Tornado against Invoker. But we'll see.
We are seeing some trading in both of the side lanes. See, Timbersaw is nearly dead bottom lane somehow, but he should walk away in time.
That is really
Acid
surprising.
Spray plus the right click's just that powerful.
I guess so. Big creep wave coming to this tower though. He's gonna get a lot of XP. And Malefic doesn't want to take any of his XP. Making a good move, just kind of walking away.
Being a bother with the IO instead. We're seeing like 5 different 1v1s almost right now. Everyone's split up. I mean, we're seeing Tusk dragged the dire side wave all the way down between the tier 1 and tier 2 tower, and Bane's been kind of shadowing him the entire time. It's just been very split up laning phase so far.
Yeah, KU taking advantage of it, harassing Ja.
Jaw's very low right now. He needs to salve very, very soon.
Yeah, I feel like generally against Kunkka, you don't want. I mean, it's good to drag the wave because you're not getting harassed by Kunkka, but Kunkka harasses him anyway.
Part of the fun of having some of these like mid laners playing the side lanes is they do a lot more harassment than the traditional sort of like safe laner would. You see like these Kunkkas and these ODs and these Queen Pains in the side lanes who just do a lot more damage than say, I don't know, Anti-Mage, you know?
Yeah, and he's already level 3. The level 2 Tidebringer really is a pain to play against. And Jaw's gonna hope to get this Helm of Iron Will quick for the regen and the armor, because he's getting chunked.
Seeing Aster as well, a popping tag team just to keep the Bane away from Josh, trying to zone him away from that situation and allow him to salve there. He's doing his best to make sure the Beastmaster is a little bit less sad. Nightmare comes out, it's now cycled onto the board, though nobody should die here. Keyword is should. And nobody will die here.
Yeah, something Booba Enthusiast team does really well is supports giving their ores lots of XP in the lane. Bane and Pudge both sitting at early level 2. While Timbersaw is already level 3. It's really important to hit that level 3 timing on Timber so you can tank in the lane.
We are seeing Ring of Health now on Squid. Looks like he'll be committing to the Battle Fury early on, which isn't too much of a shocker. But it is what he'll be going for.
Yeah, and that is what Marshall went against us last night too, so...
And he had his 5 support back him up too to get to the Secret Shop. It's a lot of mirroring between last night and tonight right now. Hook shot?
Yeah.
Ooh, not hook shot. Hook is Mr. Malefic. We saw a lot of on-the-mark hook shots last game, but the hook so far, the Pudge hook, I don't think he's hit one yet.
Yeah. And I feel like he doesn't really, like, have a job down here. Like, Timber's chilling. He's been chilling, ironically, down here. Oh, misses the rune. But
Always
Camel Farmer
fun to have a double entendre like that. We saw
Yeah.
the Bane almost died in the top lane during all of that, but it's a good two-man torrent from KU, just to ensure that his Bane did not die there.
KU God. And Ja picking up the helm, getting some more armor and regen. And I believe the armor does help against the Kunkka Cleave. So that will be nice for him.
Seeing mid lane Aaron is manning up right now. He's just keeping Ember away from the lane entirely, and despite not even having the expert, he's just out damaging the Ember that badly.
Yeah, man, the Wex Invoker, really good at getting harassed in. If you get close to him, he just tornadoes you. It's really hard to play against this Ember. And Bulljack's gonna try to help his boy out.
Oh, I think I get that also. Never mind. I was
Okay,
gonna
yeah.
say
If he stopped that, that would have been so clutch, man.
he almost got it too. It was almost perfect timing to do that.
Yeah, there's like a 1.5 second period where you can give the bottle, and then it's gone. So he'd have to time it really well to be able to do that.
Well, top lane, Nightmare comes out from Keita to run away from Ja. Speaking of
Man.
Ja, he's very low, so both teams will have to stop fighting now.
Okay, so level 3 Tidebringer on KU now, and he is just doing so much damage. And Beastmaster doesn't really want to play outside of this top area, I feel like. He just wants to keep pressuring this tower. Seems like Kunkka's the perfect answer to this hero.
It's just so hard for him to just be harassed out. Like, you see like a lot of these safe laners being harassed out by the double boar, but it's not KU.
Yeah, and level 6 already.
That is excessively early.
Keita getting a sneaky ward in the Radiant Triangle. Perhaps trying to catch this Alk farming later on.
We are seeing Malefic and Keita run Acid Rain, who's looking to get that minute 6 rune. He might just find a death, though. Keita is low on mana. The hook will be hit by Malefic. Bulljax tethers in to heal. Acid Rain, 1/3 HP on the run. Tornado hits from Aaron. Acid Rain will go down. First blood drawn by Pudge. Malefic will claim it.
Top lane.
Top lane is both there on Ja. KU is diving, though Bulljax is healing. So nobody's dead quite yet.
I genuinely don't know how this guy's getting levels so fast. He's outpacing like the minute marks. He's level 7 at 6 minutes. And he's continuing to harass. This board stand no chance.
He's out-leveling both mid laners.
Yeah. It's crazy. I don't understand it.
I guess, okay, Beastmaster 0 denies. And he's getting the boar last hits, right? So that's how he's getting it somehow. Maybe the Hawk last hit too.
Yeah, true. And he still has a double stack in the big camp to work on. And Kunkka takes those really quick, especially with level 4 cleave.
That is so rare. I mean, you really almost never see safe laners outpace both mid laners like that. Hook. This time it is missed. Split the weights on that one between the boar and the Ja Beastmaster. Though Dire still want the fight at the Radiant side tri-camp. Ja has no roar. Meanwhile, mid lane, Tornado's there on 2 as Aaron is being gone on by Ember and Tusk. EMP is dodged by Camel Farmer. Tag team, it's still active, but in comes Keita. Nightmare hits on Ember Spirit. But they cannot kill him.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Yeah. Ja having to farm his own triangle feels really, really bad considering you need space for this alchemist to get online. And Acid Rain Ember making a good play, trying to kill Aaron mid, but it just doesn't work out. And
Radiant's bottom tower.
He can't even farm the tri-camp either. I mean, his big cube got taken by Pudge.
yeah, that's a really good play by Pudge. Feels like
The board too. No,
man.
Oh
Ja
no.
does not feel good right now. I can tell you that. I can't read minds, but I can tell you he does not feel good right now.
You don't have to in this case. You don't need to be an
Right.
oracle to tell Ja not a happy Beastmaster.
Like Beastmaster, you
Bot lane
want
Acid
the
Rain is dead to Kobe. Timber Salt the Chakram just brought him down there. You saying about Beastmaster?
I don't know, but like again, Acid Rain has a really hard game. Like as a pause forward, trying to like piece this game together feels really bad. Off lane is getting owned, mid is kind of getting owned, and you have an alchemist safe lane. Like, what are you gonna do?
We are seeing Ember try to turn the game around with his Tusk. Acid Rain pops tag team, Snowball comes in, Pudge goes down, Aaron has Tornado on 2 though. Ember remnants away, but it's actually towards the dire side of the river. Cold Snap and Nightmare are both used. Ember remains quite low, has 8 wand charges. They're now popped. And he should be fine now. Though it is that top T1 tower that goes down in the middle of the chaos. It was the Kunkka that just killed it right there. Seeing
Yeah.
Ja with the helm of the Dominator try to bring down the Bane, but his creeps is dead. Pudge kills it again.
Oh no, dude, the Pudge.
Tornado
I didn't
hits
even
on the
think about
IO,
that.
income chains from Ember, Bane is low, Ja is low, Remnant is in, but Keita is barely still alive. Ja, Keita,
Oh.
Malefic, they all die, but in comes Acid Rain and KU. Boat comes in, Taurus there on two, Bulljack's dead, Acid Rain low, Kill Farmer parts, Chains once again there on two, Snowball's through, but it's Acid Rain already dead now, Ice Ball will slow, Remnant, it's just so slow. Kill Farmer gets away for now, but KU is hunting. Torrent up, Tidebringer up, Kill Farmer. He slight a fist and will still die to the Invoker right click. A massive
Man.
team fight win there for the Dire side.
Yeah, it looked good. It looked like Camel Farmer was owning, but big bad KU. TP's in, level 9, armlet completed, and he just destroys everybody on the side of Radiant.
He's almost the same net worth as... Okay, you're seeing a roar there on Bane. Bane is Invis, though! He's Invis! He's an Invis rune!
And he didn't even have a Helm Dom creep, so I don't know how he hoped to get that kill. And he doesn't have one because Pudge is... Oh my god. This is so rough for Ja. I actually feel bad for him.
Wallace Punch is there on Bane. This time they should bring him down. He'll defensively Nightmare, but Radiant have too many heroes nearby. Kill Farmer Remnants in for Aaron. Hook will get the Invoker away, though. A perfect hook from Malefic.
Good hook, good hook.
So usually when you see these Alchemists play Dota, right? Usually the Alchemist team is up in gold simply because Alchemist is playing Alchemist.
Yeah,
They're not.
this is
They're down by
crazy.
1k.
Yeah, you rarely see that. I can count on my fingers how many times I've seen that. Maybe one hand. And he's gonna pick up the Battle Fury, but I don't know where he's gonna farm. This map feels so closed off. Kobe making a great play by just hitting his jungle camps.
Well, he'll shock him through on the Tusk. Pudge is dead. Actually, there will not be Vengeance.
Oh, wow.
Timbersaw also is dead. Tusk, too much damage. And Snowball dodges the EMP, so there's no deaths on Radiant's side. It's a small fight win, but a fight win nonetheless, and it's very needed for the Radiant's team.
Yeah, I don't know how Timber died so quick there. Maybe he didn't have the armor stack. Oh, he went 2 levels in reactive armor and then 4 in Timber Chain. That's something you rarely see, I feel like.
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen it in a long time, but
Yeah,
he has it.
I don't think it's necessarily bad, considering he doesn't feel so pressured, but I guess it kind of backfired there. He died very quickly to the physical damage from Tusk.
We are now just farming. Everyone's farming. Seeing Timber in the bottom lane, Alk in jungle, Beastmaster in jungle, Kunkka in jungle, Bane even in jungle. Everyone's
Yeah.
farming.
Top tower is under attack.
Yeah, and part of that stems from Ja both games playing offlaner that really wants to take the tier 1 safe lane tower of the enemy. But 12 minutes and is looking very healthy up there.
Yeah, I mean, we made the comment last game when it was around minute 10 it was still alive. Now it's minute 12 and it's still alive, so even worse in that sense than last game.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be up by 20 minutes. Who knows? And, okay. Radiant side smoking up, realizing they have to do something.
Acid Rain TP'd away from Kobe. He might rendezvous with his team. So they have 4 heroes in the area in that Radiant side jungle, but Dire... They're not really there anymore. They'll find Pudge, perhaps. But Pudge is Tumblr's toy. Ja runs forward, the roar is in on Pudge, and Pudge will go down. Side effects from Campfire brings down the Pudge. Dire, though, look to turn. Nightmare is there on Ja. It's now cycled. Boat comes in, but actually will hit on Beastmaster now. Chakram hits Io. Io tears away with Kobe. Chains forward. He wants the Io. Chakram is up. It will miss, but it will be enough damage anyways. Down goes the Io, and now Ember will try to fight with the Timbersaw. Timbersaw is just a bit too tanky, though. Kunkka and Invoker are nearby, and Radiant have to back off now.
Yeah, not the greatest target that you want from a smoke. Finding the Pudge, breaking the smoke on him, and they kind of just figure they have to go. They do get the buyback, but I don't think you're too happy with that as Radiant. End up losing the Beastmaster and the Io.
It's definitely not ideal. It's not like Pudge's gold really matters that much. Speaking of Pudge, he's looking for a hook on the Ember Spirit, perhaps. Or perhaps not. Seeing a lot of activity in the Radiant jungle, but no kill attempts quite yet. We missed. But we are seeing shards there on the Invoker. Invoker is slept for now. Bite comes in on Beastmaster. Beastmaster will go down and a turn to the Tusk. Tusk is Cold Snap Invested, but in comes Squid. Concoction is used, and it is still a 4v4 fight. Snowball comes in. Timbersaw is punched. Timbersaw will go down, but in comes Invoker, hitting on Tusk. Tusk is the trade. Concoction is used, but the Alchemist is now gripped. Meteor comes in. They want the Alk, but Alk is very, very tanky. Invoker dead, and Alk still alive. KU's arrived, and Squid is just so low, but Ember is doing too much damage. Pudge is now dead. Nightmare's there in the IO. The IO will go down, or perhaps not. He tethers away. The Bane is dead instead. It's an ultra kill for Camel Farmer, and now KU fights in the 1v3, but he's a big bad man. X-Mark, Torrent, IO dead. Chains are there onto the Kunkka. Is there the damage? Hoof Stomp, yes! And a rampage for Camel Farmer!
Holy shit. Camel Farmer putting the team on his back. No pun intended. This guy is going crazy.
He's saying, you know what? My team cannot carry me this game. I have to make the huge plays. And that was a huge, huge team fight from him there.
Yeah, Squid coming in for the fight too. I didn't think it looked like the greatest rotation initially, but they find the Timbersaw kill and just keep going. Eventually gets gripped, but in the whole time they're chasing him, Camel Farmer's just in between.
They dust on Aaron, Snowball, Punch, both used into the roar. Pudge distracts though. He eats up the Tusk. Radiant, Focus Invoker. Nightmare comes in on Ember. Aaron is low. He's traded for Tusk. Both of them are now dead. Now Ember looks to dive again, but in comes Kobe. Chakram kills the wave, getting the Radiant off his tier 1 tower. Radiance now split up though. The Torrent hits on Job. Bulljax backs him up as Kobe. And they turn fully over to the Beastmaster. X-Mark both committed. The IO also is stunned. Chakram is in on the IO as Beastmaster tries to man fight. Nightmare comes in and, well, Brain Sap. Chain in, Whirling Death. Down goes Beastmaster. And we're seeing Pudge eat up the Ember instead. The Pudge goes down, but they want Camel Farmer. X-Mark is in. Can he dodge it? No, he cannot. Tor, though, is missed instead. And the shards block off the Kunkka. Chakram comes out on Ember. Ember is low, but he's just barely still alive. KU hunts, but he dodged the X-Mark for now. KU is low. Squid is hitting. Squid wants this kill, but KU is a little bit too tanky. Chains hit on Bane. Bane will brain zap, but will inevitably die here. Now Tornado hits onto the Tusk, but Ember still hunts. Chains are up in 1, not used yet. Shards hit on Aaron, but Aaron is still alive. Now, Dire will back off entirely.
Crazy back and forth. KU almost getting too lost in the sauce there, trying to dive mid, but manages to get out. Keita sacrificing his life for his carry.
It happens a lot.
Yeah. And this is a 2k net worth lead. Keep in mind, this is an Alchemist 2k net worth lead. So I'd say, you know, it's not that great. It's probably an even game, if that.
We are seeing Tusk catch the Timbersaw. Tusk very low, as is Timber. Chains is there onto Acid Rain, dodges the hook, and now Bulldex will heal him. Roar comes in on Kobe. Kobe is low, definitely has his arms on 2, but Kobe is still dead. Dismember hits on the Ember. In comes X-Mark. In comes Torrent. In comes Boat. The there on Ember as well. Ember, he's stunned up heavily. Io still remains alive though. Snowball comes to on Pudge. Pudge is low. Pudge goes down. Bane dies as well, and Dire, they're losing the fight. They're running out of men to fight with. EMP hits on nobody. The IO goes down. They've killed the Invoker for the trade. 3 more kills for Camel Farmer, and he is 16-1-3.
Nearly a kill a minute, man. This guy is really stepping up this game.
He is, he's owning. He's genuinely owning, and you wouldn't necessarily expect him like a 5.3k player, but he is just, he is popping off.
He's the lowest MMR player in this game, and he is 16-1 right now, dragging his team out of the trenches. I mean, we were talking about how dire this game looked for Radiant, but you know, now it's looking flipped.
He just goes to Colonel Squid. Now we're seeing a Snowball looking for Kobe. Kobe will not get quite stunned yet, though. Concoction comes down to the Bane as Real Kick comes in from Bulljax. Punch is there on Timber, who's hooked away by his Pudge. Radiant, though, have the vision. They know they're there, and they will choose instead to back off.
KU.
Ooh, he barely TPs in time. He will still get stunned here as well, but
yeah.
Dangerous play from KU.
he had a chance to throw it, but I think he didn't believe his eyes that there was a Kunkka TPing 500 units away from him, and all good though. He's still really happy with that Aegis, SNY, looking for a Silver Edge now. Pretty good to deal with the Timber Saw and just great damage item.
Tower is under attack.
Here we go again. It's at long last time for Bing Chiling to hit towers. They've killed a second tower now. That T1 top
Yeah.
died at minute 19. You said minute 20. Minute 19 is how it happens.
That was pretty close. Yeah, and this Ember, he's going for that Sanj and Kaya. I love getting this item against like heroes like Pudge and Bane with long channels. It makes the grip feel like a lot worse for Bane. And last fight, Bane got a full length grip off on Ember, and they couldn't do anything. So now it's gonna be even harder for the Dire team to catch this guy.
It's part of the concern is, I mean, if a full grip is not enough to lock down the Ember, then what will be?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
a lot of lockdown. That's 6 seconds of lockdown.
And you know, it's hard as a Kunkka to maneuver in these fights. You got boars, you got Tusk Slow, shards, Ember throwing chains, like
I just want Squid to know if he's watching this, I appreciate your humor, sir. That is my kind of dumbass joke.
what did he do? I missed it.
He said James Bond in the all checks, he's 007 right now.
Oh, I
He's
see.
007. Speaking of Agent 007, he finds Keita in the bottom lane. The Bane will go down that concoction after that Silver Edge from the Alchemist. Though Dire look to trade's top lane. They look for Ja, Tornado, Chakram is there, but so is the Roar on Invoker. Relocate comes in, but not in time to save the Beastmaster. Now Boss and Squid have arrived. They don't want to be here. The Isle's instantly dead. Squid is now eaten by the Pudge. They have him under that T1, the T2 tower. So the Alchemist will lose 1 life. And how do they get him out in this case? Ember,
coming
Tusk
in.
have arrived, but how can they save him? Squid is just so low. Definitely last Meteor both hit. Vessel hits. Aaron is dead. But the trade will be for Colonel Squid. Camel Farmer is now gripped under that tier 2 tower. Keita with a huge grip. Camel Farmer is dead. Massive streak to Kobe. Acid Rain now plays in the 1v3. He will die. It will be a full 5-man wipe for Booba enthusiasts.
I just woke up, not even trying right now.
That was crazy. Booba enthusiast realizing that Alchemist and Io are bottom with that Keita kill. Very heads up play to immediately punish a Beastmaster split pushing top. And Bojack's perhaps a little hasty trying to save with the save a buddy syndrome. Takes Squid into 5 heroes. And they all just die 1 by 1.
Radiant's middle tower.
Very good fight by Booba.
Radiant structures.
Let me see Keita hunting for Ja, Kobe. Rendezvous with his Bane, though Ja is still alive. Nope, never mind, no he's not. Suncheck from long range from Aaron brings down the Beastmaster.
That is what you sound like.
Yeah, Aaron really fighting for his chance to win a series as both Exort and Wex Foker. Going for that BKB next.
Well, the tier 1 mid will go down. It's not quite long for life, but there actually may be vengeance for the tower. Squid has the stun, he finds the Timber, and Timber is broken.
Oh.
Now, Snowball comes in, stunning the Bane as Timber Saw goes down to the damage from Acid Rain and Camel Farmer. Now Tornado hits onto Radiance. Look to pursue, but they're blocked off by Acid Rain's own shards. So it will be 1 death on Timber and nothing else for that tower.
Yeah, Squid trying to get the break before he threw the stun. Really important for killing Timber. It almost looked like he was gonna stun himself there, but really good timing by him. Gets the silver edge break off, throws the max link stun, and Kobe just melts.
That's part of the concern is when your Timber Saw is no longer tanky, then it doesn't really do anything anymore.
Yeah, he's just a damage hero, and I don't think that's what you want this game.
If you have damage but no way to live, then it's like, wait a minute. Suddenly you don't do any damage either.
Right. Ja finally picking up that Helm Dom 2, Helm of the Overlord. Picking up the Ancient Thunderhide. Let's see what they can do with this. I don't think Pudge can kill these anymore, right?
I don't think so, no.
I don't think so. That'd be way too broken if Pudge could insta Ancients.
I'm sure we would have seen more Pudge in that
Yeah.
Helm the Overlord patch if it could. And picking a Pudge, he
Right.
looks for Squid. Dust is used. Squid dodges it, but he's now slowed by Chakram. Cold Snap
No
comes in,
BTB.
Defender comes in, and Squid is completely caught. But he is now being healed by Bulljax. And well, Bulljax has given his life to keep his Alk alive, but will Alk live? Dire pursue. Chain is in. Squid will concoction as Bane dies to the piece on the south side of the fight. Back to Squid again. X-Mark will hit. Bane buys back, but Radiant, they rendezvous, joining their Alk. Alk is broken. Chain is in. Squid will die, but in comes Camel Farmer. Remington in and out. Acid Rain fights KU. He will lose that fight, but the roar is there on Kunkka. Acid Rain now goes down as Dire pursue for Ja. X-Mark. Chakram. The damage. More than enough. Big fight win there for Dire. They lose the Bane. He buys back, but Radiant lose 4.
Yeah, Squid stepping up a bit too far in the river without a BKB and gets controlled. Bulljax goes in to try to save him, but it isn't enough. The silver lining is that Camel Farmer did get out of that unscathed,
Radiant structures
but
are fortified.
they're not getting that tier 2.
Luckily, the Dire building push is, we'll call it bad.
Yeah, we can safely say that.
So, the tower is still, about 97% HP or so. Like 97.5% HP. It's pretty high HP still. Oh dear God. I have heard enough peanut butter references today from these degenerates.
Yeah, too many. By the way, I still have like this talent tree problem where this whole time the talent tree's been up, so I've been trying to ignore it. But I can't read the alt chat because the talent tree's up, and now there's a whole new.
You could predict exactly what it is. I mean, you've got
Yeah,
KU in the lobby, so you know there's gonna be some Ligma jokes in there.
Yeah, I'm almost glad I'm. Oh shit. Okay, I can reconnect. Cool.
Now, KU
Yeah, I don't know
is,
how to
he's a real big
do
fan
it.
of Ligma jokes.
He
Real
is?
big fan. He's been on these jokes for like 8 months now. He has not stopped.
Really? Yeah,
He's
maybe
been merciless.
a few years too old for those, but hey.
Actually, I had to ask KU how old he is. I don't get a chance to. He's pretty old. I think he's like I think early 20s. So
Yeah, if he's making those jokes and he says anything above 13, I think he's tripping. But
I'm sure he's older than 13. There's not too many 13-year-old Dota players.
that is true. The amazing ward in the top.
Oh dear lord, what is that? Is that a bait to get them to de-word that? That is not a good word.
Jeez, dude.
I didn't even notice that. How is that? It's been there for a long time too. Is that when they
Oh,
when
it
they
must have
died
been when they're.
earlier?
Yeah, maybe they try to place a sentry and then place the obs first. That's freaking hilarious.
It's definitely we'll call it a bad ward. Bad might be an understatement though. It's a
I
very low
think-
chance I'll do anything.
No, go. KU
That's
AFK.
nice. Ooh, that's nice.
Is KU AFK by any chance? I'm not sure the Radiant players are making it clear.
Nah, definitely
Sorry,
not.
Dire players.
It's go time. They said G. They said G.
Treating his Ligma. Squid is a jokester.
We are back. We have resumed mercifully. We have ended whatever the hell that all chat was, and we are back in our Dota game.
Kinda glad, not gonna lie.
Sunstrike? Oh, it's for a creep. Never mind.
Big Sunstrike.
Radiant's middle tower
I heard the Sunstrike. Didn't know where it was, and then I saw it at the Granite Golem, and well, the Granite Golem's no longer here anymore.
Yeah, I don't really know what Jaw's game morphs into now. I feel like his Beastmaster hero is quite weird, and especially if you have a start like this, I don't really know what you do. He's gonna go for that shard for the, I believe it's the dive bomb ability
Yeah.
with the hawk.
This is very, very strong.
Walking
But
up in the
Ja has
triangle,
been
that's
caught by Kobe, Shiva, Chakram, damage. Yep, Ja. He's dead. He used Helm Overlord on the Thunderhide, but Dire actually focused down the Thunderhide, at least they try to. And they will succeed at it. That's 250 gold for Timbersaw. Meanwhile, we're seeing Acid...
Rough.
What is Acid Rain doing, actually? Did he just
question.
go on KU for no purpose, get caught, and still save himself?
Couldn't tell you. He's just doing his own thing. He's playing his own game. Dota
I'm
3.
seeing like Snowball blink on cool. I'm like, alright, he used Snowball to blink away from the Kunkka. Why is he there in the first place? Whoa, do you see that with Bulljax? He almost got one shot by Tidebringer.
Oh, really?
Radiant's
Jeez.
top tower is under attack.
Yeah, KU's getting there. He has a 70% cleave talent at 20. That really amps up Kunkka's damage. And now with the AC completed, he's going to go for the Satanic, so he's going to be one tanky boy. And they do not have Spirit Vessels over on Radiant, so he's going to be healing a lot off the Satanic once he gets it.
Yeah, so only a vessel on the Dire side, right? Yeah, Dire side enough for the Alchemist, but
Right.
I'm surprised that Radiant didn't go for the Timbersaw.
Yeah. I guess Tuss didn't really want to build one. And Camel Farmer, he's 19-2, but after the death top where he tried to save Squid, it just seems like his game slowed down and he doesn't feel like a 19-2 Ember right now. But maybe once he picks up this Aghanim Scepter, that'll change.
We are seeing a vessel being purchased on Acid Rain, though he's still about 1,000 gold away. Not
Oh,
quite there yet. He has been caught by Pudge, though. Blink, Dismember, Chakram, Shivas. Yep, that is going to delay that vessel. And John might die as well. He's roared onto the Timbersaw. But the problem is, he's been caught by Pudge Hook from long range. Bulljax will relocate the Beastmaster away. Question is, are they going to sacrifice Bulljax? I'm guessing
think they
probably.
will.
Is he tethered? No, he is not. He's accepted his death. Poor Bulljax.
What can you do?
He made the right play. It's not fun to be IO there.
Yeah. Kind of wishing they had the Kunkka on their side for the X play to bring the IO back. Pretty cool play if you see it.
I remember the first time I saw that play back in like 2014. I was like, "Whoa! What a wild play!" That was revolutionary at the time. That was crazy stuff.
Yeah, you used to be able to do the IO TP too if you timed it perfectly. I don't think you can do that anymore. At least I haven't seen it
I don't
in
think
a
you
long
can anymore
time.
either.
It used to be really cool though. I think JH would pull that one off.
A lot of the really good IO players of the era did that, and it was powerful for sure. I mean, not always reliable, but if you could hit it, it's always a good advantage. And we are seeing the second rush on the game go to the side of Booba Enthusiast. It is Aegis to KU. I believe Shard also went to KU. Yep. Shard also went to the Kunkka.
I'm kind of surprised about that. I feel like the Timber Shard is pretty good, especially since they lack Siegers. The Flamethrower is good for buildings. But we'll see. Maybe KO will pull out some clutch tidal wave. Drag the Alk out of position or the IO.
Tower is under attack.
I've
And
had this
Squid.
this conversation with multiple co-casters about. I mean, it's like you expect the Shard to go elsewhere. On the KU teams, just get everything to KU.
Yeah.
Just give them
KU's the type
Aegis,
of player
Shard,
to-
Refresher, Cheese. Give them everything.
Demand everything.
Give them all.
He's a
the
confident
answers.
player, man. If he wants something, he just says he wants it and takes it.
That's a fantastic. Oh, never mind. I thought it was a fantastic jump on Squid. He had the Dismember, but he canceled it. He didn't think he had it. Now we're seeing Chains there on Bane. The bite is now there on Alchemist. The Alchemist is going into the fight. Bane is low and Radiant. Look to fight. They stun onto the Kunkka. The Kunkka, though, has 2 lives. Io goes down. BKB's popped by Alk, and now KU is kite around, but still has that second life available. Kobe chains in. Chakram will hit as Alkstun is there onto the Pudge. Now,
Life too.
KU has returned, and he has a vengeance on his mind. Camel Farmer, Remnants in, and Acid Rain has a good 2-man snowball there. Acid Rain will give his life for the cause, but can they turn it around? No, they cannot. Squid goes down. Dire pursue. Ember is dead. Io will die back. And Dire triumphantly have dominated that team fight. Triple kill for the Invoker.
And I'm lagging.
Yeah, they put that so well, man. Camel Farmer trying to do everything he could with the remnants, but it just wasn't enough. It looked so good for him, but he just ran out of gas, and KU with 2 lives, 4k HP, too durable.
Is the mid-racks now gone? And we're seeing Ja being gone on by Malefic. Looks like Malefic's trying to cancel a TP there. But Ja's not TP'd quite yet. Just he's gonna die for that.
my
That's hilarious. Will he die for that? Sunshine comes in, Ja's low, and now in comes Keita. Ja's going to die for that. And not only will Radiant lose the team fight. Not only will Radiant lose top and middle barracks, they'll even lose the Beastmaster. That is insult upon injury, and barring a miracle, it's over.
That was a call an ambulance, but not for me moment for Malefic. That was pretty hilarious.
I mean, he found the courier with the refresher on it, and he found the Pudge, but it will cost him his life. Tornado, chain, chakram. Yep, that is one dead Tusk.
And they decide not to overstay their welcome. They don't have the tier 2 bottom, so they can't get 3 sets of racks. Just go back. Kunkka's happy. He has 4k HP with the Satanic. And this game looks pretty in the bag for Dire. I'm looking to see what Radiant can do. Smoke out.
The desperation play if I've ever seen one, and Dire have the sentries. They are aware of the Alchemist positioning. Aaron pops the BKB. Tusk will buy it back, but this is one hard fight. Grip is up, but not used. Radiance have 5 now. And they've smoked once again. They have re-smoked. But Dire have fully run away. They're not giving opportunity to lose.
Yeah, good discipline by Dire. Just chilling. Realizing that, that's probably the one play that can potentially bring this game back. And they're just gonna chill. Squid finding a DD, though. Or will he?
I mean, they see it. They have a minute to grab it, and I'm sure there it is. It's for you, buddy. There you go. Problem is, Dire also smoked his 4 right now. They want to go.
Yeah. I wonder if they even need to smoke, but might try to catch someone off guard, get an easy pick.
The answer is apparently they don't, because 2 of them broke it already on creeps. So apparently they don't even need to smoke.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This could be the fight. Squid has DD for half duration.
True. There's a time to go. It's now for Radiant.
Kobe finds Jaw as Squid through back. The problem is he's kited around already. He finds the Bane. The Bane is low, but Jaw is already dead. Malefic eats his Bane. Bane still alive. Radiant pursue for Invoker. They need this kill, but they cannot find it. Hook, it's there on the IO. Ember is gripped. IO is low. Radiant are collapsing. Jaw will buy back. They can no longer fight. Bulljack's dead. Camel Farmer dead. Colonel Squid dead. Acid Rain engages, bringing down the Bane, but he brings out 2 kills there as Keita and Malefic both dead, but it will be at the cost of his dieback. So it is 2 kills, but it's still a triumphant team fight win for Booba enthusiasts.
Yeah, they're gonna need a miracle 2v5 to hold this. And even then, Squid no BKB.
It's going to be extraordinarily hard, yeah.
It looks so good for Ember. It looked like he's about to kill the Pudge. Oh. But gets gripped, gets taken down, and doesn't get an opportunity to use all his spells.
Well, it is T3 dead. Final racks under duress. It is perhaps the ultimate high ground defense if Radiant can pull it off. Io is back. Dive Bomb. Concoction is there on Kunkka, but he's saved by Malefic. Kobe chains on through everything. Chakrams are missed, but Radiants are beginning to die. Boat missed. Roar is there on Timbersaw, but the problem is Alchemist is just being kited around. He'll bring down the Bane Breath. Actually, no, he won't. He's the one to get eaten by Malefic. Jaw goes down. Radiant, they're forced to the fountain. The racks are forfeit. Melee's dead. Ranged, dead. Megas claimed, and the impossible defense is now a little bit harder now.
Good way of putting it. Camel Farmer's back, though.
Malefic, though, is going to save him again, though. They just cannot kill anything right now. And now Bane arrives, Kunkka arrives, the spells fly from Invoker, and they've kited around Squid. Squid dead, Bulljack's dead. Camel Farmer, he's in the fountain, but he cannot defend himself. There's no GG call, but we know this one's over at this point.
This one's over, unfortunately. Camel Farmer putting on a hell of a show, but it just wasn't enough. Booba Enthusiast playing so well this game.
And unlike game 1, it was all of them for so much of that game there. I mean, they had a blip in the radar for a bit with that rampage in the Ember, but other than that, it was all Dire.
Yeah, from the get-go, man, the lanes were so hard for Radiant. Booba showing that they have a great answer for this Beastmaster. Showing a solid understanding of Dota and even better execution, man. Well played to them.
20-4 in a loss feels incredibly sad for Camel Farmer.
Yeah. Yeah, those games are rough. But they did have 2 stand-ins, that's one thing. that they can look at this loss. And also, arguably, Booba Enthusiast is the best team in Group C, give or take a few. So, I don't think they come off this loss feeling terrible, but it definitely does feel bad getting 2-0'd. I can speak from experience, sir.
It is. They're a very powerful unit for sure. I'm not sure if they're the best or maybe one of the two best, but they're certainly. They cannot be slept on at this point. They've won lads. They have a lot of very good players, and they're back for more winning.
Yeah, I'd love to see them play against the Dark Team, Metaverse Esports. I think that team's like undefeated right now or something. Is that true?
Yeah, I think they're only like 2-0 though. So they don't. I think they might be 4-0. Yeah, they're definitely undefeated though. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. So that'll be an interesting matchup when that comes. But GG's to both teams. Very good Dota. Very fun to watch. And thank you so much for having me, man. I enjoyed my time.
Oh, I was gonna say thank you for joining me, Fury. But do you? I'll do the normal intro. Do you have any final words, call outs, shouts to say to the people of League of Lads and Twitch.tv/BadgerPavlo?
Shout out Squid for standing in and trying his best. Good player. Shout out Camel Farmer 20-4. Beast, but it didn't work out. And shout out Badger for being a beast caster. GG's.
Alright, so my name is Badger. If you enjoyed my casting, want me to cast your games, cast your tournaments, contact me on Discord. It's BadgerPy713 or Twitter, twitter.com/BadgerDota2. If you want to hire me and Logical to cast your pro tournaments, contact me in the same spots. We are looking for some pro tournament casting. Thank you to Mr. J. Curdo, Baboon, for the sub earlier. It's the patronage is very appreciated. Helps me. Everybody counts. Everybody counts at this point. And for now, though, thank you for watching. I'll be back soon for some more lads. Not quite sure when yet, but it will be soon. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great night.